What's good? What's good? Salute to the fam. How y'all feeling on this good? Where we at? Thursday. Be losing track of the days, man. We back to get boxing his just due. We gonna get my guy Keith Cologne his just due again, as we always do. He just had his 10th fight of his career, man. He looking good so far. 10-0, 10 up, 10 down. You hear me? Hit the like button on the way in, man. We're going to talk about it. We're going to chop it up with the champ for about 20 minutes or so. And then we're going to get to this boxing talk as well, man. We got some things we're going to get to. Going to have some fun with it, of course. OT, what's the word? What's good, bro? How you feeling? Shout out to my dog, Marcus. What's good, family? How you feeling? What's good with the guys, man? How y'all feeling? Yes, sir. We back again to build on this box, man. Wait for I popped on a couple minutes early, man, just to get situated, but we gonna get it together. Son of God was good with it, my guy. What's happening, man? Was good with it, man. How y'all feeling, man? And boxing is getting interesting, ain't it? We got some good fights coming up. We got some potential fights happening. Let's see, is Conor Benn and Ryan really gonna line it up for August? Where does that leave T.O.? Brian Norman Jr. coming back. Ray Ford is shot. You got Monster, Nakatani. Man, it's a lot going on, man. We got action, y'all. We got action. Behind the Hands TV. Boxing's better because of this channel. That's my dog. I appreciate you, man. That's love, man. Shout out to Behind the Hands TV, man. How you feeling, man? What's good with it? Son of God, appreciate you, bro. You know it, man. I'm on the job, man. I'm on the job. Appreciate you. We gonna get to it. But yeah, man, Keith out here. Keith out here. I ain't gonna keep him too long, but he out here getting these 1 round stoppages. Bro been beating ass since he started, man. Everybody getting put up out of there. He just fought a guy that had what 36 fights as a pro, and he stopped him. So he's done faced, you know, what I mean? He's taking some solid challenges so far, fighting experienced guys, undefeated guys, you know. Hold on, my guys in the building, man. Got to welcome my guy Keith Tsunami Cologne back to the show, man. You know, good was good. Hold on, let me try to get you right. I switched up the format. There you go.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
There you go. What's good, champ? How you feeling?
Everything good was good, bro. Appreciate you.
Man, you know it, man. It's been fun chopping it up, man. Watching your journey unfold right in front of us. Your name, like I'm gonna have to say, your name constantly growing. It's all positive, man. You are a lead candidate for the future prospect of the year for sure. I think I told you that. You still in the runnings for that. So I'm here for it, man. But what's good? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Blessed. I can't complain, man. It's not too much I could. I'm on an upscale.
Right.
It's not too much that I could be mad about or anything like that. All positive energy, good vibes.
Right. Could you have had a better start? Could you have wrote a better start for a 10-0 career so far?
Um, Me personally, nah. I
Mhm.
feel like every fight, everything that happened, everything happens for a reason. Everything guided me to where I'm at today. Any little small change or tweak, my
Mhm.
career would have looked different. So
Right.
I'm appreciative. All the little small things, the baby
Mhm.
steps.
Right.
I'm grateful.
Right, man. So, and we seen your fight, and then look, this is becoming a recurring theme. You know it. I know you don't get paid for overtime, but man, what's going on? You get in there, and next day, we like, all right, keep on. I'm calling the fight. I'm suited. I'm ready. 1 round in, guy up out of there, man. Take us through the fight real quick, man. How was
Yeah.
it? You fought on Pro Box?
Yeah. I fought on
Mhm.
Pro Box. Shout out to Pro Box. Shout out to RSP Boxing. Appreciate them from having me on their platform.
Mhm.
I fought on Pro Box. Yeah, I have My opponent was 8-4-1.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Mexican opponent. Other opponents kind of fell through just by some logistics.
Yeah.
And with this opponent, we thought like, all right, he's Mexican, he's 8-4-1. He's supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be like a test, So
Right.
that's what I thought going into the fight. And just going into the fight, I just came out with a strong jab. And early on, I recognized it's crazy. I'm gonna drop a video saying all this
Mm-hmm.
again, like today.
Yeah.
Start saying all
Yeah.
this again.
Do it.
I realized he had a lazy jab,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna capitalize off this lazy jab. I threw a right hand over top of his lazy jab, and it kind of like pushed him back a little bit, like his head and his body, like his head went this way, and his body kind of just flew
Mm-hmm.
back to the ropes. And then I jumped on him, one combination. I then went to the head, to the body, and I just threw like a 1-2-3-4 and a 1-2. Like the right hand landed like perfectly on his forehead. It broke through, and
Right.
he didn't want to continue.
Right. Yeah, I seen. I was like, yeah, damn, that's a short night. I'm like,
Yeah,
man, hey, we can't really critique nothing, man. You ain't playing no games, man. But one thing I will point out, because it needs to be said, Pro Box. I don't know if you familiar, are you familiar that they're known for matching people up well. So I think the fact that you got him out of there in one round, never mind the records. Records don't tell the full story. But with Pro Box, the product that they've been consistently putting out, they test y'all guys, they test their fighters. They don't make lopsided matchups. Like that's by far one of the best platforms we got for boxing, because
yeah.
every time I tune in, we get a good card. I haven't watched a bad Pro Box card yet, and it still stands. And for you to get him up out of there just like that, I think it speaks volumes, man. 10-0, 10 KOs, man. What I continue to notice about your growth is, again, you just so calm, comfortable, and poised in there to have, just 10 fights. I'm seeing a lot of prospects, and they don't fight with the level of patience and poise that you fight with. Like we seen another fighter. I don't know, Emmanuel Chance.
Yeah, yeah,
He had a
yeah.
fight. He had a fight, and we he had an entertaining fight. But
Right, right.
something I noticed, like, and just as a boxing fan watching, man. Not the wave, they in there, Keith. They in there, bro.
Nah, I took him out today. You feel me? I switched it up on him. You know what I'm
You
saying?
changed the look on them, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, but we was watching Emmanuel Chance, and hell of a young fighter. I had him on too, interview him as well, talk to him, love his energy, love his fighting style. Something that I noticed that he could incorporate into his game is what I see from you, is that patience, the level of patience. You not in a rush, but you still getting the results. And I think
right.
that's gonna take you far, man. How are you able to remain so damn calm, man? Because you selling it, you got the smile, you having fun, you feeling good, but then you lock in, and your patience is on another level, bro.
It really hit me my third pro fight.
Mhm.
I was 3-0. I was 2-0, two knockouts, and my third fight, I was supposed to fight. Well, I fought somebody who he was supposed to just be like, give me a rough night,
Mhm.
and I knew that I wasn't trying to go out there and knock him out off rep. That was my intuition going into the fight. I'm like,
Right.
I'm not trying to knock him out because he's a rough guy to fight. It's gonna come, but maybe in the later half of the fight, and he came out wild, and I just threw a body shot and it touched him. And he just dropped the elbow. I jumped on him, threw a leaping hook, and he went down. And I
Mhm.
feel like after going into that fight, and even after that and going into these next couple fights, I really realized that I kind of like inherit like a tank trait of like, I'm gonna get you. It's
Yeah.
like that. Like I
Right.
truly believe that. I truly believe
Right.
like I'm gonna get you.
Right.
So it's no pressure. Like I'm not gonna come out there and try to like mold you or try to like look for the
Mhm.
knockout because I know it's gonna come. Like it came 10 times.
Mhm.
So I know I'm gonna find a sweet spot. And so I kind of like, that's why I kind of say kind of inherit like a tank trait because I feel like
Yeah.
even with him, he kind of he's so comfortable in knowing that he's gonna get somebody that he even let
Mhm.
rounds go by. He let the
Mhm.
fighters get comfortable. But
Right.
for me, it's like it's not the same way. It's just more so like I know I'm gonna land a good shot. Just when I
Mm-hmm.
do it, I don't know, but I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. So that's my confidence,
Right.
and that's just how I go into the fight. It's my thought process.
Right, man. I was just watching, and I'm like, that's something that it's just every fight. That's one of the first things that jump out. Patience, like taking your time, and shout out to
Right.
Emmanuel Chance. The reason why I brought up his fight because that was one of the constructive criticisms we had watching it. He
Yeah.
was so eager. It looked like he was fighting with so much, putting so much into the punches, and it looked like 2-3 rounds in out of a 4 rounder, he looked like he was huffing and puffing a little bit because of
Yeah.
maybe the nerves. I don't know. Maybe fighting
It's
at
a lot that
home.
go into it. It's a lot that go into it.
Right. And
It's a lot.
explain that, man. Talk to us, man, because a lot of fans, they don't get it. They don't get it. He was fighting at home. I mean, y'all putting on for Nork in a real way. How are you able to not allow that to pour into the way you approach the fight?
My approach is the way how I don't allow it to, pour into
Hmm.
the fights because my approach to every fight is the same. You
Right.
know, the fans don't have I give the fans a sneak peek, a couple fights back when I go
Hmm.
live backstage, but
Right.
like I don't do too much. I don't do too little. I literally be chilling, and it's the same way how I am in the gym. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Even before sparring, before training camps, before training sessions, I don't do too much. I don't do too little. I warm up,
Right.
and when I'm back there, it's
Right.
exactly copy and paste. The same way how I get ready for a workout is the same way how I get ready for a fight. Cause in my
Right.
head, it's really just another day in the gym. It's really just another
Right.
day at work, And like I don't try to do anything special because you going like you putting that little extra pressure. Oh yeah, let me stretch out extra today because I got to fight today. That's
Right.
you
Right.
already consuming yourself. Like nah.
Right.
Like my dad be like, you want me to stretch your arms? Nah, I'm good. I just do a little twist out,
Right. So
neck
you
roll
don't
out.
overthink it. You don't overthink it.
Yeah,
You
nah,
overthink. Right.
and we got 8 rounds.
Right.
If anything, it's crazy because for my fight, I barely even had a chance to warm up.
Right.
Like no joke, no
Yeah.
joke. I was getting rushed.
Right.
It was a lot being switched. It was a lot being switched, and then
Right.
it got to a point where like I told him, I'm like, yo, I ain't walking out there to 8 o'clock because that's the time y'all told me. You
Right.
feel me? Like I'm still getting my hands wrapped. It's 7:45. Like chill out. You feel
Right.
me? So, but by the time I put my trunks on. They put the
Right.
gloves on. The commissioner got to sign it. They put the extra tape on it. By that time it's
Hmm.
7:55. Like
Right. They
I'm
done
literally
burnt all
walking
your
to the
time up.
curtains. I'm
Right.
walking to the curtain shadow boxing. Like trying to just come on, like. But again, I ain't
Right.
putting no pressure on myself because it's just like I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get
Right.
comfortable, and once I get comfortable, that's when I'm gonna just take off. It just
Right.
happened for my fight. I noticed early on, like, sometimes you have a game plan, it's like, all right, I'm gonna get comfortable, but then once you get in there, you pop a jab, and it's
Hmm.
like, oh, all right, let me pop another jab, 1, 2, boom, and then, that's all she wrote. So,
Right.
uh, for me, it wasn't, yeah, like even my coach said it. He was like, yo, when you come to the gym, I'm gonna just give you power for 30 seconds, let you hit the bag for 30 seconds, and then we done. Like, but it's a joke, it was
Right.
a
Right.
joke, but he said that in
Right.
the sense of like, because that's literally all we had was like 30 seconds apiece to do whatever.
Right.
And the fight lasted about the same amount of time. So
Hmm.
yeah.
You feel like having that background in sports psychology helps you in boxing?
It it pro- uh it can. However, I'm gonna be honest, bro. This
Mm.
your mentality, yeah, your mentality, it starts like you can't just like switch your way of thinking because you go to school now and you study a
Right.
certain thing. Especially after 20 years of living. It's like how they say, oh, you can't expect somebody to change if they've been like this their whole way, their
Right.
whole life. It's the same thing in boxing. It's like you can't just expect somebody to just have a different outlook when they've been one way. So I say that to say like I've been like this my whole life. Like
Right.
it just happened to be that I gravitated towards psychology and I'm a boxer.
Hmm.
And it's like for me now, it's just like everything is just like with bright lights. It's like, oh, this is this.
Hmm.
Before it have been like, oh yeah, he calm. or she calm, or I could tell by this person demeanor they overworked or they nervous or this or that. They,
Right.
but now everything's like, oh yeah, nah, this is what it is. This is what
Right.
it is.
Right.
So that's kind of what it is for me.
Right. I like it, man. That's what's up. So, man, again, to you undefeated. You got all these knockouts, man. You already know they calling you a KO artist. You know that just come with the territory. I don't think you even chase it. I just think you just handle
Yeah, yeah,
business, and the results remain the same. So I noticed that through these 10 fights, you fought the guys with the winning records. You fought an undefeated guy. You fought a guy with way more pro experience than you. To just the fight before your last. I think dude had what? I think 36 total fights.
right.
What kind of opponent, what level of opponent do you think you're gonna need to move you from this prospect space that you in to that contender space? Because you well on your way.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put it out there like the type of oppositions we looking to face.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we was trying to get it for this fight, but like I said, the boxing logistics kind of got in the way, and
Right.
we almost had it. So
Mm-hmm.
we know like it's gonna come. At the same time, like again, it's just a boxing logistics. We had a fighter. He was what 22-2 or 22-3, and
Mm-hmm.
he got presented to fight for like an interim title or a world title, and so he took
Ah,
it. Of course,
right, right, right,
I'm not mad at it, but
right.
that just goes to show like where are we aiming at with the opposition? Where are we aiming at with the competition?
I, I'm glad you speaking on that because people sometimes they don't know. Like we would have
Yeah,
never, I would have never known that. Me personally, like 22-2. So you searching, you definitely chasing the challenges, and but at the same time you ain't complaining. He must have got a phone call. I know how that go. Yeah, hit that like button. Oh, there you
nah,
go.
it just flipped off real quick. Hold on. Oh, they saying. Oh, I think we good now. I think we good now. I don't know what it just flipped off.
Yeah, you good. You still there?
All right. Yeah, and
Still
like
there.
my second opponent, he had a lot of good experience. He's supposed to be tough too, but then it was
Right.
like his visa, and they basically asked us like, yo, he may have a visa issue. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we could fly him out. However, he may get snagged. Like it's a chance he could get snatched up before the fight. Like, do
Yeah.
you want to take that? Do you want to take that chance?
Right.
Anybody gonna be like, huh? Like, I'm not taking that chance.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's not
Right.
something that year one. That is we work too hard to take a chance
Mm-hmm.
like that. Like, nah, we cool. And so the third option was the person that I fought.
Yeah.
But it's like I
Okay.
said, the boxing logistics is just what kind of like allowed us just to miss the better fights, I say, or the better
Mm-hmm.
opposition.
That's crazy. That those are stories that we need to hear, man. Because again, we'll see the opponent on fight night, but have no idea that that's your second, even third option, like you said, and you going at the guy 22-2, really trying to
Exactly.
challenge and test yourself. Because again, the rate you going, you staying active, you busy, you having the fights, people recognizing you, the fan base constantly growing. You fighting at home, you bouncing around. You fought at the Barclays, you fought at a couple different places, and I feel like you got the love no matter where you at. You
For
continue to
sure.
get the love from the people, so it's gonna come, man. You a prospect now, but the contender space I feel like is the next step, and then
Yeah.
after that, I know you don't want to jump steps, but everybody
Hey,
wants
world
a title.
titles.
So let's talk
Right.
about it, man. Let's talk about it a little bit. 126. I think this
Right.
is the deepest this division been in some time, man. Um, I know you're not at the point where. Well, let me ask you this: how do you feel about call outs? Like, how do you feel about fighters calling guys out? Like, what's your take on that?
I feel like it ain't nothing wrong. Like it's natural. People wanna people. Some people are overachievers, and some people just truly believe that they ready.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at the same time, me, I know skill for skill. I all the world champions right now that I could, be in it, like my level is there.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. However, at the same time, me calling somebody out right now, they like it's not going to happen. So I'm
Right.
not about to be. And this is just me in life.
Right.
I'm not about to be arguing with a guy about what I'm gonna do to him. I'm gonna beat him up or this or that, and I'm not gonna fight him. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to say? Like what? Come on, like I'm not about to be arguing over nothing, or
Right.
going back and forth on social media about this. Like,
Right.
nah, if the opportunity come, it come. If it present itself, it present itself. We're gonna take the opportunity and we're gonna go from there. Now the build up for the fight gonna be the build up for the fight. But
Mm-hmm.
I've been telling them, all right, go ahead, do your thing, and I'm gonna keep doing my thing.
Right. Right. So again, that's the right way to handle it. But you in this division where you got some damn real good talent, man. You had one of the newly crowned champions in your division just fight not too long ago, Bruce Shushu. You know, he won the title, man. Was you able to catch the fight?
Yeah. I definitely watched that fight, and it's like, look, insight. Like I'm a Bruce Shushu fan. You feel me?
Right.
Like people don't know, but like I sparred Shushu a while ago,
Okay.
and like outside of boxing, like him and his upcoming is like similar to mine,
Right.
and that's how we was able to like the jail and like
Mm-hmm.
we show each other love because it's like he was backed by his pops, I'm backed by my pops.
Right.
We both around the same division, so it's like it's familiarity there. So I'm genuinely happy for Shushu. It's just having to be we in the same division, but
Right. Right.
like I get like when he knocked dude out, I'm like yeah, like you feel me? I'm
Right. Right.
genuinely excited for him. I
Right.
ain't the type of dude that be hating up like, oh,
Right.
he should have did that. Nah,
Right.
like yeah, he
Right.
spanked them. You feel me?
Uh-huh. Right.
That dude was worthy of a chance. Like he was that caliber, So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, man, hell of a fighter. But with that being said, hell of a win, newly crowned champion. Hey man, keep getting a text message from Shoo Shoo for the opportunity at that belt. What you doing?
Oh no, if he like directly, of course, like
Hmm.
appreciate you for the opportunity.
Yeah,
Like
I already
you
know.
get
I
what I'm
just had to.
saying?
I had to ask because I know the competitor
Yeah,
in you. You seem like a guy that's appreciative, but at the same time, I know
yeah,
who the dogs of the division are. You one of
yeah.
them.
Nah, for sure. Like me,
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. Like me, I'm the type of person where like I'm not chasing nothing. You get what
Hmm.
I'm trying to say? I'm not chasing nothing. First and foremost, like if I'm in line for something else, I'm not gonna be out there barking at the next dog because I'm not even in line for you. You get what I'm
Right.
trying to say?
Right.
Meaning talking about like sanctioning bodies and all that type
Right.
stuff. However, if if a fight is presented and I know that the other person like want to do it, I'm all
Hmm.
for it. Like it ain't nothing personal. Like it's boxing. We
Hmm.
shared the ring before. Like you
Right.
know, um, and for me, it's just like it's just the competitive nature.
Right. I think that mentality gonna take you far too because think it'll make fans take to you easier because basically what you're saying to me is you got something lined up. That's what you focused on. You're not gonna be barking over
Yeah,
at the next guy. That's the clout chasing stuff that a lot of the
yeah,
fans don't like. So it seemed like you staying within yourself and you just gonna let it. You gonna put the work in. You're gonna let the fights come and you're gonna fight who needs to be fought. But I gotta
yeah,
ask, I got to, because
yeah,
sometimes you see something, and you be like, man, is it anybody that you see, man, whether it's a champion, a contender, or somebody that you feel like might be a notch ahead of you that you like, man, I want to fight him? Is it
You said
anybody?
not ahead of me.
Yeah, or whether it's a champion, a notch ahead of you, a contender, is it anybody? Just from a competitive standpoint, like, man, I like to,
Yeah.
match
Oh,
up.
all right. Yeah. I feel like I've been saying this a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like I really feel like in a way, you feel me? I say that because in a way he's the face of like this kind of like weight class around the weight classes. He's
The smaller
literally
weight
the
classes.
face.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm trying to say? So
Mm-hmm.
he's the superstar. He's the Tank Davis of the lower weight classes.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Tyson Fury, the Usyk of these lower weight classes. And I feel like by the time it's time for me to be a world champ, it's be the same amount of time that he's gonna move up from 122 or 121 to 126.
Yeah.
So I feel like it is just like it's just like I see that that's the trajectory, and I seeing us meet. You know what I'm trying to
Mhm.
say?
Right.
So I say it anyway, man, because he got great skills, crazy resume, popularity out the world, and yeah, his resume speaks for itself.
Man, I think that's the first time we got that one on the channel. I heard keep saying, "Bring him the monster."
Yeah,
Yeah, nah, that be a hell of a fight, man. Be a hell of a fight, man. And see, I think the good thing about that too, believe 126, he said would be his last, I think, division that he
exactly.
willing to go up to. So you never know, man. Like I said, anything can happen in today's boxing. We seen some strange things. Shout out to Behind the Hands TV. Appreciate the love in the super chat. He said, from what he's learned, does the bag have more value than the legacy?
Uh, I'm gonna be honest, it do. You don't wanna know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because it got to a point where people say, "Oh yeah, the boxers they don't care about legacy no more." But also these sanctioning bodies don't either. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? It's like if we being
Right.
for real, they
Right.
bend the rules for who they want to bend the rules for. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not that we just don't care about the legacy anymore, but they don't either. It's
Mm-hmm.
to a point where we gotta pay these sanctioning bodies. What legacy
Mm-hmm.
do that got? Like, you feel me? And if we
Mm-hmm.
don't pay it, then we get stripped of our title that we clearly
Right.
won.
Right.
So that ain't got nothing to do with legacy. That got everything to do with money, the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I say it's to a point where the bag is worth more than the legacy now. And
Mm. Right.
yeah, and I mean I ain't mad at it. You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
That's
So we just
a
as
hell of
fighters
an answer.
we gotta you know
Mm-hmm.
be for ourselves first. We gotta be selfish
Right.
in the game.
Right. Man, that's a hell of an answer. You know the way I say my thoughts on that. Respect to all the fighters of yesteryear, as I like to phrase it. Right. The ones that paved the way, all the
Paved the
fighters
way.
we watched. Through the years. But it seems like the new generation of fighters, they can't just be sold legacy no more,
Nah,
right? The guts and the glory of the sport. Nah, people are aware of, you know, the money that's out there that's available for them to make, taking care of their families. Like, you get what I'm saying? And
yeah,
health, getting up out of here with your faculties. You can't just try to sell, hey, fight this guy for legacy and for bragging rights. Not people want their money. And
exactly,
something that I deeply respect about the new fighters of today. Not the ones that obviously being unrealistic about their value and what they bring to the table, but the ones that, understand, hey, look, I don't mind chasing some legacy, but I know the bag should come with it. And you're not going to try to sell me one without the other. If you're going to sell
exactly,
me legacy, if you're telling me this fight is good and this is what's going to grow, then my bank account should grow along with it. So I respect it
exactly.
from the newer generation fighters for sure, man. So along the way, along your journey, man, is it any boxers, whether it's they active or not, that you feel like had an impact on your career the most, like influence, whether it's influence from whether you watched them, advice, conversation, anything?
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
Hmm.
Uh, I say I'm gonna just touch on like probably the most recent ones. It's probably
Right.
like
Right.
uh Amanda Serrano,
Mm.
Regis Hitchens, um, Cool Boy Steph,
Mm.
and
It's good company.
and more local guys from around my way that a lot of like
Mm.
you guys may not know because like they the ones that like I'm kind of like living in their dream, so
Mm.
to say. But it's
Mm.
like, dang, it's crazy because they had all the skills, the talent. However,
Hmm.
like they just ain't the road wasn't clear, the vision wasn't clear for them,
Right.
And it's like when they had their chance, I was just a little pup in the game. I was just
Hmm.
coming up, so it's like now it's like, dang, like he doing it, So I feel like I say those type guys, like the more local guys from around my way that always show love, and then more the bigger names to be like Amanda and
Hmm.
Africa.
Right. And shout out to Amanda and Africa. Speaking of Africa, being that I know that's one of your guys. He been in hot water, man. They've been all on his helmet, Africa, and he made this recent move to Zuffa. I don't know if you've been able to follow anything going on with Zuffa boxing.
Yeah. I'm hip to them a little bit. I'm not like super like I know the surface level. It's just like
Hmm.
the regular stuff. Great platform. You probably know more than me if I'm being honest.
Right, right, right. Yeah, I'll say it's just fairly new, and people got mixed opinions. But that's what
Yeah,
anything with boxing. People were creatures of habit, and anytime you see something new in boxing, like what is that? I don't like it. Like
exactly. Yeah,
I
yeah,
give it
yeah,
time, and I think what it is it might work for certain people, and it may not work for others. You know what I
exactly.
mean? But
And this is the point that I was alluding to earlier when I
Mhm.
said like legacy like don't matter for a lot of people. You get what I'm trying to say? It
Right,
is like really about the dollar. So do it matter more? Like not to
right.
shoot for boxing down, but it's not much legacy to it. It just came about. No champions.
You're right.
Like
And to
so
your point, I mean, look what fight we just seen. Just seen Conor Benn and Regis Prograis. Respect the
yeah,
Regis, but there was no championship on the line. But
nah,
that's a money move. You know, he fought
yeah.
that fight on Zuffa. They saying $15 million, and then you wonder why. There's guys that's far more accomplished than him that's gonna want to be paid too. You know, you pay this kind of money to fight a guy that's a non-champion on his way out, 15 million. So
But
I
from
hope
my
they.
understanding, that was more of a business move from Zufa. From my
Mm-hmm.
understanding, like it
Mm-hmm.
was a lot of like backdoor type things. Like kind of Ben, he kind of got the good end of the stick because of what came with him, so to say.
Yeah, you're right.
Um, However, I don't want to say anything if it's not even true, but that's what I
Right.
heard.
No, no, man, I'm hip. I know where you're
All
going with
right, all right,
it.
all right.
So, man, one of the popular topics, man, and you might could shed some light on it that people been going back and forth about fans, boxers, everybody, media. You know, this whole rehydration clause situation, man. I just wanted to get your thoughts as a fighter, because y'all got more insight than the average guy speaking on it. What's your thoughts on rehydration clauses in boxing?
My honest opinion on rehydration clauses is this right here. And I literally just had an interview and I literally just said this. But this is my like it's crazy that you say that because this is my true opinion. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what's on the contract. If
Mm,
you sign it, that's your fault. Like
right.
I don't care if they say contract weight is at 147, but you can't gain more than a pound. If you sign that, that's your fault. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to say? Like if it's not your fault, somebody in or around your team got to be wise enough to be like, nah, we arguing that. We gonna give him something else, but we don't want to do that. You get what I'm
Right.
trying to say? Like because in my head, I know like me, like you don't have to be 100% to like like yeah 50% of somebody could be 100% of the next man. You get what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say?
Right.
And some people really understand that. And some people give more in some aspects and they take in other aspects.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they try to do in this boxing game. It's like, I yeah, I don't really care about that. I care more about this. So give me this and you'll take this. And that's
Right.
that's part of this business. It's like, all right, cool. We both not getting what we want, but
Right.
we could kind of like just I guess meet in the middle,
Right.
and just draw the line. We both
Right.
not winning how we would ideally want, but it is what it is. This is what we may do. And
Right.
so I say that to say, if you put your name on the contract, it's your fault, plain and simple.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. So let me ask you. I don't think I asked you this before, man. All fighters have their ideal dream fights or where they want to have them at. You might not have an opponent in mind, but if you could pick anywhere at all, any venue to have a fight at, where would it be and why?
Um, I say I say like I would want it to be like a cultural rivalry, like Puerto Rico versus Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
probably like at MSG, something like that. That'd be
Mm-hmm.
fire, or even like in Vegas. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but a dream venue would probably be, I I want to fight in Puerto Rico for sure. I feel like that'd be fire, just the
Right.
atmosphere and the total experience. I know I love it. Um, but outside of that, really, like a cultural rivalry against,
Right.
like a Mexico or whatever it may be, but in Vegas or like MSG in New York.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Core. Hey, Keith said he coming for that 21,000 record. You next up. You next up,
Sure.
man. Y'all Jersey really, y'all making a real push, man. Especially over this. this past couple weekends, I got to be introduced to some newer fighters, man. Nort really, I got some talent for real, man. I'm glad the light being
Yeah,
shed over there, man. I mean, where you feel like you stack up at for the new guys over there in North? Are you leading
I
the
feel like
charge, man?
yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I feel like I'm
Mm.
leading the pack.
Yes, sir. Talk about it.
You know, I feel like this how I view it. You know, uh, everybody doing good. Everybody, we all got talent out here. You know, it's all
Hmm.
good. It's all love. However, I could do the same thing as somebody else, but just and I say this humbly speaking, it's just gonna
Yeah.
be a little bit different. Like it's just gonna hit different. You know what I'm trying to
Hmm.
say? Is just I can't say why. It's just that's just what it is. That's just my honest take from it. It's just gonna
Right.
be that much different. You know, we could have the same
Hmm.
fight. Shoot, you could fight the opponent first. I could fight the opponent after you, and you'll see
Hmm.
that it's not gonna be the same. You know, it's the impact, um, how it gravitates towards people. It's just not gonna be the same, and I feel like that's what separates me from everybody else. And that's why I say like I lead the pack because, you know, I'm really at that stage where like how you say, it's no more prize. Like it's like, all right, we working to that contender status. You know,
Hmm.
everybody
Hmm.
else, you know, they still climbing up, getting comfortable,
Right.
and they time gonna come. They gonna shine. Right now,
Right.
it's just my time to shine.
Right. That's dope, man. And it's a lot of y'all too, man. And we see the talent. I'm just glad the light is being shined over there. You know, something I wanted to ask. I don't really hear too many people talk about it, man, or ask, when they talk about fighters. A lot of times we ask y'all about money and making money and big fights. But this is why I wanted to ask you, how important is financial literacy to you? Not just making the money, but knowing what to do with it and how to manage
That's my number one priority. You know, because when it's all said and done, whether I'm 50 and 0 or 100 and 0, it ain't
it.
gonna matter if I ain't got no money in my pockets. It's not gonna matter
Right.
if I'll be a fool to make it that far, and I'll be able to
Hmm.
provide for my family, or to put us in a better position.
Right.
So that's for me. That's even what I'm focused on right now. Creating
Hmm.
investment portfolios, creating other streams of revenue, building off boxing. All right, cool. How could I leverage boxing in other areas? All right, cool. Say that. How can I close deals over here with boxing and with this? All right, cool. I'm in psychology. How could I tie
Hmm.
in boxing psychology to make it all like it's just like using everything to my leverage.
Right.
in all aspects for me to maximize it financially and
Hmm.
in every way.
Right. That's dope. And what I like about your situation is, I think a lot of people are, as they're catching on to you winning these fights, they digging into your background. They seeing that you will be called, we call a student athlete, right? Like,
Yeah,
and I think you, in a weird, not in a weird way, but in a good way, whether you know it or not, I think you leading the charge in that area too. See how well spoken you are. You've shown people the ability to balance between the two and the benefits from it. Like, you don't hear a lot of fighters speak about financial literacy, and you
right.
see how you said top of your list of priorities, pretty much, right? So I think that's
Yeah,
dope, man. Speak volumes, speak volumes. But so,
for sure.
so I want to pick your brain a little bit before I do. I want to ask you about some. Gonna get to the boxing. We got some good action coming up, man. We had some announcements of some fights coming up, and I love to pick the fighters' brain about what you think about these upcoming fights. So let me ask you, man. We got Boots and Xander, man. What's your thoughts on it? How you got
I feel like it's gonna be a great fight. It'll be hard for me to choose because I rock with both of them. Like
it? Mm-hmm.
again, I rock with both of them, man. At the top of the
Right.
game, you know, me and Xander, we both got Puerto Rican pride on our back. Also, me and Boots
Mm-hmm.
is like we around each other sometimes because of sparring, and I go up there a lot to his gym, and we got a great relationship with his pops. So to really picking
Mm.
an opponent, I'm gonna stay back
Dope.
off that, and what I will say is
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a better fight than people expect.
Mm. I said the same thing. Because I think they have qualities that could offset things that one another do. And I think it leads to a competitive fight. I think everybody get their money's worth. And for me, like I'm glad that you stayed away from the pick because it's not really the biggest deal to me. It's for
Yeah,
me, it's bigger than the win or the loss. Like I'm glad as a boxing fan we get in a fight and you got two young guys getting the opportunity to prove themselves on both sides. Like they need each other, and this
right.
gonna show the rest of the boxing world what a great dance partner could do for you, man. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna be a
true.
hell of a fight, but a fight that just I don't want to say got announced, but you did hear the fighter speak on it, and we just seen Conor Benn fight Regis Prograis, see him go to 10 rounds. I don't know if you caught the fight, but Ryan recently did a little stream where he said he's fighting Conor Benn in August. Well, what's your thoughts if that fight is to happen? What you think on it? It don't even matter who you got winning. What you think about Ryan versus Ben?
I feel like that'd be a great fight. Honestly, I feel like just like as soon as you said that, I first jumped. I'm like, oh, that's good for Ryan, but
Mm-hmm.
just thinking about Ryan lost to Rolly, kind of been kind
Mm-hmm.
of like he could kind of like adapt that same style. So
Mm.
it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting
Yeah.
to see how that play out. Kind of Ben is probably more filled out at that weight class. If I don't know, I could be wrong, but that'd be an interesting fight. I
Mhm.
like to see that.
Yeah, me too. I just like good matchups. I think
Yeah,
it could be a good one. It's a winnable fight. Ryan make mistakes, but he also got some things that can put him in the driver's seat of winning. So a
exactly.
fighter I wanted to ask you about in specific that been getting a lot of praise for the right reasons, man. A lot of people been talking about Sebastian Fundora. We see how he did our boy Keith, not my boy Keith, you know what I mean, but my other boy Keith Thurman. We see how he did one time. If you had to pick, who would you say at 54 got the best shot at either beating him or giving him the best fight?
Um, I'll just probably say Boots. Boots. I feel like Boots. Yeah,
I say the same thing. Said the
yeah.
same. Said the same thing.
I say Boots. I even feel like Xander give him trouble. However, with the style, you know, Xander's kind of proven like he's kind of shown that at the high level he's more of a boxer than a kung fu type fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And with that is like, do you really want to box against Fundora?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of gotta like mix it up. You gotta box. Kind of gotta get inside,
Yeah.
make it ugly.
Yeah.
So that's why I say Boots.
Right. Right. I agree. Same thing. I got another good fight for you. Monster anyway. We did talk about him a little earlier. His fight against Nakatani is coming up. Junto. I don't know if you're familiar with Junto, but that should be a hell of a fight too.
Yeah, I ain't never watched him fully, but from what
Mm-hmm.
I saw, it's gonna be a great fight. And I'm gonna side with in a way because I feel like his preparation for this camp as
Mm-hmm.
well. He brought in a good sparring partner, one of my sparring partners. So I feel like with that being said, like he prepared well. Like he had a good, he had a good take on it. And I feel like that's the biggest thing going into training
Right.
camp is it's all about your
Right.
sparring and your preparation. And that's the reason why I say he'll win.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. I almost forgot that I mentioned this. Ray Ford and Shock. How could I forget to mention that? I got to pick your brain on that one. Hell of a fight. I think people a bit torn. I hear people going back and forth. So that's how we got a good fight. What's your thoughts?
I'm signed with Ray Ford, man. I feel like I really don't know how it's gonna play out.
Mm-hmm.
I Yeah, like I don't see either one of them like really just like pressing the issue and pressing one of them out
Mm-hmm.
unless like one is behind tremendously on scorecards. Other than that though, it's all about who's sharper, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like come fight night, Ray Ford gonna be just a little bit more sharper than Oshagi, and he gonna walk away with the victory.
Right.
It's gonna be a great fight though.
For sure. Agreed. And one of the last fights I was gonna ask you about, it's a rematch coming up. Some people love it, some people complaining, but that's boxing. We got Keyshawn going up against Albright coming up down the line. The rematch.
I mean, it's good for the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I feel like Keyshawn gonna beat him again. He beat him the first time. This time I feel like it's gonna be a little bit more worse. Why I say
Yeah.
that is because he already comfortable. He ain't really gotta download no data. He know how he gonna fight. It's just gonna take one round to just see, catch his speed again, catch his timing, and he gonna be, off to work. But I feel like Wu he gonna make it difficult for Keyshawn. And he gonna have his moments as well. But I feel
Hmm.
like overall Keyshawn's just gonna dominate.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree. Agreed. So I gotta ask you, man. Gotta ask you this 126 division, man. Who the hottest prospect in the game in the 126 division? Pretty much in the game. Who the hottest? You know anybody?
I mean, I've been hearing about this one kid from North, but like, no, some kid named Keith Cologne and Keith
Yeah, man.
Tsunami. So we
Mm.
gotta see though. He got a lot of hype behind him. So we gonna see how that play out.
I don't know, man. The hype seemed real. 10 up, 10 down.
Yeah,
Over time ain't on the menu for.
we
I
gotta
like it.
stay
I love it.
tuned. We gotta stay tuned, see what he
I
do,
love it.
man.
Somebody did ask a lighter question. What inspired the hairstyle? Somebody did ask that. I just in my
Uh,
head.
y'all go. Oh, wait, hold on. I kind of went out. Hold on. What inspired the hairstyle? I don't know if I want to give up that answer yet. I feel like it's too soon, man. I don't know. I can't give up the answer
Oh
yet.
man.
I look next interview.
Yeah.
If you ask the question again, I promise you, I'm like, I don't want to give it up too
All
soon
right,
though.
man. I got you. You
Say
know
no
you
more.
definitely gonna be back. I remember to ask it again.
For sure, for sure.
All right, so let me ask, man. We was happy to see you, back in the ring, winning, getting your hand raised. What do you want to be next for you?
Uh, Bigger cards, better fights, better opposition,
Hmm.
better venues, and bigger
Right,
bag. That's
right.
it.
Talk about it, man. All as always, man. I appreciate your time. Make
And
sure you
you,
tell Pops, shout out to him, all love. We
will do.
rocking with you the whole way. As always, I gotta ask you: is there anything that you want to leave for the fans? Any statement for the division? Because they ain't doing it, man. Ain't too many prospects doing it like this, man. So, any message you want to
Yeah, what I say is stay tuned for the journey. It's a lot more to come. We got, big opportunities on the way. It's a lot of exciting things coming with this journey with my team. And I'm blessed. I'm grateful for where I'm at, but it's still more to come. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned for the journey and just watch greatness, evolve in front of your
Man,
eyes.
yeah, man, we here for the long haul. We here for the journey. And then, like I said, I always got to give a special thanks to you and Pops because I had an initial goal of being able to bridge the gap, like between what I'm doing, content creation, and fighters. And without you even knowing that, that's what you provided, like from day one as an amateur, caught you there, and we've been rocking the entire journey. So I just want to salute
Yeah,
you and Pops for that, for always reaching out,
for
making
sure, for
time,
sure,
man. And again, keep being great, and we watching. The world is watching, bro, and everybody gonna be saying keep Cologne in no time.
for sure. Appreciate you, my guy.
Always. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. That was my guy, future world champion, one of the hottest prospects in the game. Keep Tsunami Cologne, man. It always gonna show love, man. Shout out to him and Pops, man. He doing this thing, man. Pro Box, Barclays, he everywhere. He beating no matter where he go. Shout out to him though, man. It was fun seeing him do his thing and just watching him grow. You know what I'm saying? Just 23 years old, but see the personality, see the smile. You know what I mean? You see the fight fits, man. He on top of his game, man. He doing it the right way, and we rocking with him, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, but we gonna keep rocking for a bit. We gonna talk some more boxing. Got some things we got to talk about. Shout out to the fan, man. Mm. Excuse me, y'all. Let's get to it though. We're gonna cook for a little bit. We're gonna build for a little while, y'all. What time is it? All right. Judah was good. Shout out to Miss Janet, Samuel, Miss Dee Dee, OTZ, Forever G's in the building. Julian, Boxing Dad, my guy Cal Cooler in the building. 007. Green light 704. Joe, what's good with the fam? Shout out to Behind the Hands TV too. Appreciate the love. And Ashley's Corner, what it do, Cuzzo? How you feel, man? It's gonna be interesting to see if this fight actually gets over the hump, bro. When Ryan Garcia announced something, you always got to take it with a grain of salt because you just don't know. Like he said something about fighting T.O. 1 minute, and now it's Conor Benn. So only reason I believe that it's a possibility because Keith Cologne, guy who manages Conor Benn, is also talking about making a fight between Ryan and Conor Benn. And we know, like, I feel like that's his best chance at a title realistically, like if he's gonna win one. Not saying that he is, because I think Ryan could beat him. But I think that's his best opportunity at getting the title. That's the best shot. If he want to win, he gonna have to. I think Rose gonna lead through Ryan Garcia. Why I say that? Because Ryan Garcia, out of all the fighters that's holding titles at 47, I think he the biggest wild card out of the bunch, right? The most unpredictable. He's inconsistent, right? Doesn't stay disciplined all the time, right? He got a tendency to go off the deep end. Mental health battles, like he got a lot of stuff going on with him, right? You don't hear all those same things about a Lewis Crocker, Devin Haney, and then Rolly. Rolly looked like since he switched from Bullet, he's gotten a bit better. Respectfully, like he got a bit better, and his approach seemed different. And he's actually in the mix, so you got to respect it, even for what it is. Rolly done overachieved, man. That man got a title in 2026 in the welterweight division. Say what you want, but he got one. So Motown, what it do? So, but yeah, I don't think. And then Rolly, he said him and Conor Benn was supposed to fight. He said him and Conor Benn was supposed to fight, but he said Conor Benn messed it up or something, or didn't sign a contract. Something he said, something strange he said like that. Something he said. Rolly said they were supposed to fight. That I didn't know. I didn't know they had a potential fight lined up between them two. I think he would have beat. I think he would have. I don't know. That's an interesting fight, man. I think people are going to that fight probably just assuming Rolly gets beat up, but I don't know. Shout out Ghost. What's good? That's you. Shout out to Motown, my guy. I appreciate you, man. Boxing Eagle video says Crusade will fight Conor Benn 47-54. Why he can't go to 47 for Debo? I don't care nothing about what Boxing Eagle be talking about, bro. We ain't talking about Shakur right now. We ain't talking about Shakur. We talking about Ryan and Conor Benn, man. We'll get to that later. I'm pretty sure a Shakur conversation will come up, but look, I'll say this and I'll be done with it just for conversation purposes. These dudes that make content in regards to Shakur, they all down bad. Because most of them, they're bigger platforms, and they've been hating on that kid for so long that he's in a position where it's like they don't do you either give him his just due or you sit up and spend hours hating. Dudes like the guy you just mentioned, he the same dude that did a whole 30-minute video talking about how Shakur was 175 pounds and a weight bully. Like, I don't even take dudes like that serious. I don't care about no subscriber count, none of that shit. Dudes that make hate-filled content in regards to Shakur are idiots. Look at this, and real quick, and then we're going to get back to this. The same way he said he'll fight Ben with a rehydration clause because of what Ben did with Chris Eubank, right? Said he'll fight Dev at 144, right? You said he won't go to 47 for Devin. Why won't Devin go to 44 for him? He did it for Ramirez, right? He made 44 for Jose Ramirez, but not Shakur. You see how I could go back and forth? The moral of the story is Shakur laid out the best way to make a fight between them two, and that's meeting in the middle. The fact that people make it seem like Devin got all the cards in his hand and he can just control all the cards in the deck, it's just not realistic. You either meet the man in the middle or take his name off your hit list and stop clout chasing. And I hate to use the word, but yeah, you got to stop clout chasing. You did. But back to what we talking about, man. Rolly's a testament to what can happen if you work your ass off, believe in yourself, and do everything right. Yes, sir, man. I'm telling you, man. Rolly faith sound like it's right, man. Rolly heart in the right spot. He where he need to be, man. You know, I like his energy, man. Like to keep K. Got the name. He got the name off on screen, just. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. He was just here. I'm about to switch that up. That was the thumbnail for Keith. Well, that wasn't the actual one. I got a different one. Damn. My bad, y'all. Shout out to Tylee. What's good with it, Brody? Carolina in his joint. What's good, my guy? What's good with it? Let me get him right. I had to fix that up. Just got the call. I'm in the building. May 30th, Fort Foster. What the hell, man? What the hell, man? Can y'all hear me? This should just be acting janky, man. Hope my thing ain't pop out. But he said he in the building, May 30th, Fort Foster. Let's go, man. Behind the Hands TV, aka Boots to the Ground TV. You know what I mean? He gonna be in the building. Shout out to Oshaki Foster for signing that fight and Ray Ford for making it happen, man. Christopher Houston. I gotta look him up, yo. I gotta look Chris Houston up, Ghost. I gotta look him up, my guy. I think if you had to mention him to me before. I think you did. Shout out to everybody, but we're gonna get to this, man. Let me pull this little clip up from Ryan. Yeah, I'll be trying. Yeah, I gotta ignore you, but I'll be trying to let you make it and not block you. But you have got to stop with the misinformation, bro. Like, one thing I don't like is people just typing misinformation. I don't give a fuck who said it. There's nowhere that you can prove that. Absolutely nowhere where you can prove that. Teofimo has never sold more tickets than Shakur Stevenson. He's never been a bigger ticket seller. I don't know who the fuck Al is. Al said, who the hell is Al? Who the hell is Al? Who the fuck is Al? Al said Teo was the bigger name with more star power. Man, yo. I just don't know. Like I'm like, a piece of your brain gotta be missing at this point. And you gotta be like one of them special kids. You gotta have rode the short bus, bro. Just because you want it to be that way don't mean it's that, yo. Like Teofimo, if he was a big star, is what you saying, right? Why when he he got offered the opportunity to fight Subriel Matias and I know you did. Yo, this nigga said AI. Oh, okay. I'm done, bro. Let me let you know this, bro. The thing about AI, you can ask them the same question twice and get two different answers, bro. Look, I'm done with this conversation. In your mind, if you want to say Teofimo is a bigger star with more star power, convince yourself that. That's cool. But the real ones, no, that's not even a realistic conversation. Appreciate you, Ocean Dreamer. I didn't know what he was saying. I thought he said Al. I thought he said Al. He said AI. Appreciate you. Only Al I know is Al Heyman. He wouldn't even in his life say Teo bigger star, Shakur, anything. The fact is, like, that's not the case, man. It's just not. It's not. Teofimo is known to fight in that Hulu theater, right? It's the reason he didn't get put in the Hulu theater, bro. If he'd have fought anybody else, it probably would have been back in the Hulu theater, bro. He not no super big star. He don't one of the only dudes that complain about not getting paid. You get what I'm saying? And different things like that, asking to get out of his contract. It's just not worth it. It's a dumb argument, man. It's a dumb argument. But I like Teo, man. The fighter, the way he fight, I could appreciate the fighting style, but Teo's an idiot. Teo's an idiot. All right, man. Let me get to this though, man. Let me get to this. When he said AI, I told him that man searched AI, bro, not real boxing information. That man searched AI, bro. Look, AI told me today. Let me tell you what AI told me. AI told me that Keith Cologne is 8-8. That's what AI told me. Don't ask me how I know. AI told me he was 8-8, and we know he 10-0. We know he 10-0. They say he 8-0 with 8 knockouts. We know he 10-0. You get what I'm saying? That's what AI said. And if you don't believe me, I probably could really demonstrate it right now and pull it back up with my phone again. I don't care nothing about no AI. Fight was initially supposed to be at Toyota Center, Rockets home, but the same guys own the U of H venue as well. Seats 7,100. That's good. That's good, man. That's good, bro. Hope they pack that joint out. Mm-hmm. He giving T.O. credit for like some shit that he just ain't done. I like T.O., bro. But I'll say this though. Every fighter needs a great dance partner. And when given a great dance partner, you can do really good things with that. You know what I'm saying? Shakur and T.O. was a really good dance partner for each other, I think, in terms of putting together that 21,000 that we seen. Because that's what we seen. You know what I'm saying? They put together that 21K. That I thought that was dope. Thought that was dope to see them do that. To see them be able to put out that kind of numbers, had the highest attendance. I think it's dope. I think it's a testament to all boxing. That's why I would never waste my time trying to convince people that Shakur is the only person that sold tickets. You got to think it's an undercard. I'm pretty sure people was there to watch guys on the undercard. Keyshawn Davis was the co-main event. After some controversy, I'm pretty sure people showed up to see him as well. Like, it's a collective, I think effort. I'm not so much of a fan of one fighter that I gotta try to convince y'all that he sold all the tickets by. So that's stupid. That's a dumbass. Why do I care about that? So look, yeah, I'll entertain the stupidity, the ignorance just for today. I'm gonna just give you a pass. Yeah, Teofimo Lopez is a bigger star than Shakur. He got more star power. He was the A side. He ain't make more money. I hate talking about their money, but we know that based off what Tio said. But guess what Teofimo is not? Guess what I care about more than any of that stuff, that star and any of that stuff? Shakur's a better fighter than Teofimo. I always said he was, and he proved that he was. You get what I'm saying? He proved that he was. You know, you feel me? Shout out to the queen. Shout out to Ocean Dream. Appreciate the love in the cash app. Much love, much appreciation for the 15 piece in the cash app. Much love to the queen, man. Shout out to Ocean Dreamer. But yeah, man. So look, I'll give you that. T.O.'s the bigger star. He the A side, but he ain't the better fighter. So see how that work? It don't even matter. Don't even matter. Shout out to T.O., man. T.O., and speaking of T.O., I heard T.O. say he's still pissing blood or something. T.O. say he's still pissing blood and his health a little compromised or something from fighting Shakur. You know, I guess I'm assuming from the fight, well, he's still getting his health together. I ain't saying it's just from Shakur, but from the fight, I think he's still getting himself together. Shout out to T.O. though. Shout out to T.O. Shout out to T.O., man. Let me pull this up real quick, y'all. Let me get this from Ryan Garcia. You gonna love it? Okay, Spawn, I got you. Ghost. I got you. I just seen it. I got you. Do. Where's this joint? You know what? It's pissing me off, man. Different format, a little different. Hold on, I'm gonna just play the clip. I play the audio. I see is, man, if he that's his opportunity to extend his championship run against Conor Benn. Because I don't think he beat nobody else. Let me get to this. Let me show y'all what Ryan Garcia is. Ryan Garcia is saying he fighting Conor Benn in what do you say? June? No, August.
No, when's your next fight, brother? It's gonna be in August. We're gonna get it. Yeah, we're gonna have it in Vegas. Who are you fighting against? His name's Conor Benn. Okay. He's from the UK. Okay, yeah, I boxed all my life, but I've been out of the game. We're gonna eat that up. We're gonna eat that up for sure. I had it. Yeah, Conor's about to get blasted, guys.
No, Conor's about to get blasted, guys. He say we're gonna eat that up. That just sounded suspect. Just sounded super sus. I ain't gonna lie to you. But he's saying and big shout out to Ocean Dreamer, man. I appreciate you. He's saying in Vegas in August, him and Conor Benn, it's a possibility that fight could happen. Like I said, I heard Keith Cologne speaking on it. He manages Conor, and I think that's his most winnable fight. That's the most winnable fight for him. I don't think he beats nobody else, man. I don't know. I don't even know if he beat Lewis Crocker. Conor Benn just not that good. Reed was good, but he's just not that good to me at all. He's just not. Especially after seeing him fight and go the distance with, eat that up. Yeah, that shit sounded super sus. I don't know why he said that. That just sounded crazy, didn't it? Sounded crazy. He said he gonna eat. He better hope. Don't get punched on by Conor Benn. Don't go out there and get beat up. But I don't matter where the fight happened at. He said Vegas. I think the fact that Conor Benn is a guy that has to he gotta knock you out to look a certain way. And he ain't been knocking nobody out. So I don't know how I feel about his chances against Ryan. I think Ryan is a lot faster than Prograis, younger, fresher, snappier punches, more power at this point. I think that shit could be a bad fight for that dude, man. He could end up getting stopped. Fighter of the year, stupid. I'm telling you, he could end up getting stopped, bro. Who end up getting stopped, man? I'm telling you, he could end up getting stopped by Ryan Garcia. I really believe that. But at some point, Conor Benn gonna have to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to fight somebody of note. And right, that Regis Prograis shit ain't gonna do it. Boom, boom, boom. Where is this picture at that I'm looking for? Said August. I hope he ain't lying, man. I hope this fight actually is happening. That happens in August, man. I got the UK Cisco getting beat up. Ghetto Fab was good, homie. I got the UK Cisco getting beat up. He sounded a little unsure of himself. He sounded a little less than confident when he was talking about why Ryan Garcia calling him out now as opposed to before. And I don't think none of that matters. I don't think it matters why he was calling you out or why he didn't call you out before. He's calling you out now. You say keep your belt warm, so he want to fight you. But you know that your performance against Regis Prograis wasn't the best. Or a dude fighting at 155 and getting a title shot at 47. He fought 2 fights at 160 with catchweights with Eubank. And then he fought at 150 with what's his name? Regis Prograis. Tunnel vision was good, bro. But Ryan had a bad habit of announcing fights that don't happen. Hey man, remember back in the day he announced it was 5-6 fights that he said was gonna happen. Ain't none of them happened. 5-6 fights. So Ryan do got a habit of, saying a bunch of fights are going to happen and they don't. The only reason I think this one got some legs because of the matchup. I think this is a fight that Ryan probably could be confident that he could win. Handlers included. And if you're on Conor Benn's side, why wouldn't you want to get him a title shot? So I think Ryan Garcia beat him and possibly stop him, bro. I don't think Eddie Hearn is confident. I got to find it. Eddie Hearn ain't as confident either, man. Eddie Hearn didn't sound too confident that Conor Benn beats Ryan Garcia either. That shit, that nobody was convinced by that showing that we just seen. Hold on, I'm gonna go to it. This is from 4 hours ago. I gotta play this video from Eddie Hearn. Ryan Conor, I can't lie. Yeah, I think he could stop him too. I think he could stop him. The fact that his punching power getting Conor's head, yeah, the fact that his punching power just don't look like it's a factor. He don't got no X factor about him. Now you just like a limited boxer that used to could get guys out of there and you can't no more. Let me pull this up real quick, y'all. Conor open to that left hook all night. I think so too. I think so. He just He's not that super defensively responsible. He could be careless, pretty much reckless. You know what I'm saying? And mess around and get his ass beat. Let me pull this up, though. Eddie Hearn don't believe it either, man. Eddie Hearn. See, the funny thing about promoters, when you with them, they speak so highly of you, but then the minute that you not with them, they start telling the truth. I feel like that's what Eddie doing with Conor Benn now. Conor being forced to tell the truth about what he is or is not as a fighter. Is this the one? Yes, there we go. All right, let's get to it. The Victorville Shell about to have Conor Benn in hell. Conor in hell. Victorville Shells.
Unfortunate about Callum Smith, David Morrell, but fair play, kept the shoe on, and an interesting step up on paper for Ben Whittaker.
I think so. Yeah, I'm actually quite excited about this fight. I think, you know, Ben was due to be a 10-round fight as sort of co-main event, and the Callum Smith fight fell apart, and I sort of said, look, Ben, do you want to... Brian Suarez has come on, and I know it's not really the fight that we were going to take at this sort of notice, but do you want a headline? And
yeah, you and
Andy Lee
just
cool. Said, yeah, I think it's a dangerous fight. I mean, he's got 21 knockouts in 22 wins. You saw him in a war with Lyndon Arthur, dropped him in the fight, and it was a really good fight. So
we're going to talk about Conor Benn in this video here.
Obviously disappointed about Callum Smith, but well, it's life, isn't it? You know, you're given the opportunity and the situation of what you're going to do. You're going to roll over and say, sorry, lads and girls, we're done. Or you keep it going, cost you a few quid, but everyone keeps happy. And that's what we've done, and looking forward to Saturday night.
David Morrell had plenty to say, called for a fight with Ben Whittaker, understandably, but disappointed that he's not fighting. Ben, yourselves have made no secret of the fact that Ben hasn't had the experience for a fight with someone like David Morrell. Hypothetically, do you think if Ben had been under the matchroom banner from the start, would he be closer to that level?
Good question. I mean, difficult to say. You just don't know, do you? I mean, I think that no one with a brain even expected him to fight David Morrell on 2 weeks' notice, and I was quite honest. Like, I'm pretty comfortable with being honest with everybody about the plan with Ben Whittaker. Although he was an outstanding amateur, and I think he's a man with incredible elite level talents, he's just not quite ready for those fights yet. And I don't want to waste the opportunity of the future star of British boxing by just throwing him in on 2 weeks' notice with some really good fighter in a fight that he's not ready for. So all we're doing is we're using this 3-fight plan to get him into a position to be ready for World Championships. And that is to win on Saturday night against Suarez, to fight an American on the undercard of Boots against Zayas, and then headline in perhaps a big domestic fight or a world title eliminator, final eliminator, in Birmingham in August, September. Then we're ready. So you haven't got to wait too long. So I'm excited. When I asked, it's true what, I said Andy Lee, I asked him the question last week. I said, how's he looking? He was like, looking phenomenal. And I think as dangerous as Suarez is, Ben's the kind of fighter
that was good, man.
Punish him, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, he is, Callum.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, his skill set is limited. He's not a bad fighter. He just picked up the sport late. I know he worked hard. He worked pretty hard, but he just limited. He is who he is. And a lot of times those dudes, they work with those trainers that teach them how they teach them. So when they have flaws, they never really address them. Like he's a guy that you could say improved through the years, but it's been very subtle improvements, right? Like I don't feel like he's a dude that's getting better now. I feel like he had them fights with Chris Eubank, and since getting caught up with the egg scandal, he just don't look like the same guy. He don't look like the same talent. His power don't look the same. It just don't have the same explosiveness. It's unfortunate, but that shit looked like it was more to the egg situation than what he led people to believe.
Have you had any any idea on a time scale of rescheduling that Morrell fight?
Because I think that's unfair for the fighter, but it's quite a significant injury, and it's not one that it's one that you recover from, but it's not one that takes 3 or 4 weeks. So unfortunately, having been out of the ring for a long time already, he was devastated because he probably won't be ready till August, September. So, it's a fight we definitely want to reschedule. It's a great fight, and we look forward to doing that.
Is there any chance it could be for a full world title by the time it rolls around?
I don't think so, because I think Bivol's now defending against Eifert, and then I expect him to perhaps fight Benavidez or Beterbiev. So yeah, probably not.
Looking back to Saturday night, you said that talks for a fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua were progressing aggressively, such as the nature of how Turkiello Sheikh tends to do things. We've seen these big fights get wrapped up very quickly. Have you got any update for us on those negotiations?
Yeah, I mean, they sent us a contract at the end of last week. We reviewed it. We went back today, actually, with our comments on that contract. They'll review that and come back with any points. There's nothing really that makes me overly concerned that the fight won't happen. So I'm confident. I don't want to sit here and start giving time frames and stuff like that, because we've done that a million times. But let us do our work and have the right time to review it, which they're giving us that time to do. And yeah, no reason why I don't see it happening.
Tyson was seen calling AJ a shithouse. He said, someone asked him in the post-fight press conference, do you not think, given what Anthony's been through, he's maybe entitled to a tune-up fight like you've had tonight? And he said, oh, well, we all go through things and this, that and the other. Was there any part of you that thought the way Tyson went about things was a bit tasteless and a bit disrespectful?
Yeah, I think people are quick to forget sometimes what people have been through. But at the same time, look, AJ was there. Do you know what I mean? He's like, he put himself in the firing line. He's fine with that, by the way. But what he didn't want to do is lie to the public and say, the fight's happening because it's not signed. And then if it falls apart, you look like you end up getting blamed that you've pulled out of the fight or someone else. And Fury goes, well, I've signed.
Well, one thing I will say about what he's speaking on with Anthony Joshua, it was a lot of talk about why he didn't commit to, the Tyson Fury fight when Tyson Fury was right in front of him, calling him out. He was just sitting there nonchalant, sticking his finger up. Only thing I respect is why commit to something just for it not to happen and then get caught up in the back and forth like what Eddie is saying. And Fury don't bite his tongue. He'll be telling the world he signed and AJ ducking him. So to avoid a situation like that, I think AJ just chose not to take part in any conversations that would make people believe that the next fight for him was Tyson Fury. But we'll see, because then shortly after he did an interview talking about how he want to break his jaw. So I don't know, man. Trying to figure AJ out, man, it'll just confuse you.
You announced the fight in the ring, and now it's not happening. So we've just got to do it the right way, the professional way. And I think AJ played a blinder. And I've got to be honest with you. I said to AJ, I texted him on the Sunday. I said, I've got to be honest. You were 100% right, because I asked him if he wanted to get in the ring, and I probably would have got in the ring, because I would have just played along with the whole moment. And what he did was made a really educated, mature, level-headed decision to say, it's not done.
And man, I respect it. Look, Eddie being a promoter, Eddie telling you he would have entertained the hype. He would have entertained the hype like a true promoter, knowing that shit wasn't coming. But look, I got to respect AJ. You can say what you want, but it would have been real easy for him to entertain a face-off with a fight that ain't even signed. And then we'd be mad at either of the guys when the fight don't happen. So you see what happened. We ain't learned from Boots and Virgil. They faced off. We don't get the fight. Look how people talking about Virgil right now. So I think AJ did himself a favor, especially coming off that car accident, that fatal accident. He probably ain't all the way there yet.
And then, but you had to say, I had to say, to Dr. Rakan and Turkiello Sheikh, we're not doing it. Which is quite unusual, to be honest with you, because normally I would say, I get what you want to do, but he's right. We were honest, and good. I was like, I don't know about this, and I asked him, and he said no. And then they said that, look, Fury might come over and call you out then. I said, that's cool, no, but we're not announcing the fight. So I thought AJ kept it classy, kept it honest, and he gave a very, like I said, honest opinion of his position at the moment. He has been through a lot. Physically, it's been an unbelievable mountain to climb. And don't forget, we were having the run-out fight anyway before the car accident. So now we've been through that, he's been through that. I want that process to happen. Like Fury just had 12 rounds, but we shall see.
AJ's response was widely well received, apart from Simon Jordan, who said if he is a landlord, he's an absent landlord. What did you make of that? What does that even mean?
I mean, I don't see how anyone can deny that AJ is the biggest star in the sport. I mean, especially after the Jake Paul fight. And you can say it was Jake Paul, but let's be honest, the audience was huge. He got a huge payday. It took his profile to another level. But that's just his thing. And, so people want to moan about Tyson Fury calling AJ a useless dosser, but AJ's not allowed to say I'm the landlord. It's like, I think
A useless
I
dosser.
like it because
UK slang crazy,
in my
bro.
opinion,
I
he is the
swear.
landlord. He's the gatekeeper now, and that's the
That
difference.
UK lingo is
For a
wild,
long
man.
time, we called this fight out, and we
That's some
felt like
wild
we were
shit.
Tyson Fury in the ring on Saturday, going, come on, when are you going to fight us? When are you going to fight us? Now it's flipped, and you've got Fury standing there saying, unless you fight me, I don't want to fight anyone else, I'm done in the sport. Which is good news, by the way, because actually we know it's ready to go. But we've never really felt it's ready to go before, because every time we called it out, we were told we're dossers and we should be getting 60-40 and you're not a bigger star as Tyson Fury, which is all ridiculous. But now we don't have that problem, so I'll say there's no beef. There will be beef between those two, but from our point of view, we just want to get it done, and that's my instructions from Anthony. Get the deal done.
I saw you say that the financial side of it's unlikely to get in the way this time because it's not a purse split. You're both agreeing your own deals with Turkey Al Sheikh. But do you think, like, what some people might view as the trivial things, whose name comes first, who walks to the ring second, could that get in the way? Because Tyson, to me, he doesn't seem like the type to concede on that.
That's not even been decided yet, and that's a good question. Whilst, there will have to be a conversation regarding some form of, when you do that kind of stuff, we had it with Boots Ortiz, just to give you an insight. I know that's a huge fight, but obviously smaller than AJ Fury. When neither guy is champion. We had it with Eubank Ben. Right? And sometimes someone's name goes first on the poster. Someone ring walks second. Someone gets a specific corner. Someone gets the home change room. It's just stuff you work through. But it is a pain in the arse. But yeah, we've not actually got to that point yet. But it'll come, don't worry.
Have you received any clarity on the nature of Conor Benn's deal with Zuffa? Was the Prograis fight the one-fight deal, the 15 million?
We've received the clarity from the lawyers to say that it was 100% a one-fight deal and there's been no other conversations or agreements of any fights moving forward. I don't believe them. And I'll make sure I find out if that's the truth or not. That's the situation. But if my perception of that is wrong, so be it. We'll find out. But if you think they would spend 15 million, plus Regis's purse, 16.5 million on a 10-round undercard fight with no future options locked in, yeah, you're not.
You make a good point, but you just never know, man, because I don't know. It just seemed like Zuffa was so in a rush to try to make a splash or a statement that I don't know. Maybe they jumped the gun with that, paying him that much, because he's standing firm on it being a one-off. But damn, if they let you rob the bank for 15 million against Regis for a one-off and move on, that's crazy. And then in the process, did making that 15 million burn the bridge with Eddie? Because it sounded like it did. So if you burnt the bridge with Eddie and don't got no future upcoming fights with Zuffa, that's gonna be strange. It's gonna put him in a weird space.
Not the smartest, but yeah, we shall see.
Ryan Garcia has come out and said that a fight between himself and Conor's done for August. But if that's a ring card, would you promote it if Turkey Al Sheikh asked you?
Because, Conor Benn signed to Zuffa. He didn't fight on a Zuffa card last week. He won't fight on a Zuffa card versus Ryan Garcia because that'll be a Turkey Al Sheikh card. But, Conor Benn got 15 million to fight Regis Prograis. He'll be getting 20, 25 million to fight Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is the champion. Ryan Garcia should be getting $50 million. So, let's see.
How do you think a fight between Ryan and Conor would play out?
I think everybody's been jumping on the bandwagon. Conor Benn's not British title level. Conor Benn's a good fighter, and he's worked very hard to improve. When I see him at 154 pounds and up, I see a different kind of fighter. I actually see someone that's quite strong and powerful and got snap and zip in his punches. When I see him down at 150, and this would be even worse at 47, I don't see someone with power in his hands or someone that's got that kind of danger. And
but y'all see it different because Conor said that's what he is strongest at 147. That's what he said. That's what he said he is strongest at. So it's like you saying that's not where he is strongest at. You don't see the power down there at 150 and even worse at 47. That's where the knockouts is at. You talking about this punching power, but what knockout or fight should I go watch above 47 where he knocked somebody out or where his punching power was so crazy? He's went the distance with literally everybody since Chris Algieri. He ain't knocked nobody out since the clomiphene and the tainted eggs. So I don't know about all this power shit. I'm telling you, the worst thing for Conor Benn is testing positive for any type of banned substance, fighting in heavier weight classes. Some would say for some obvious reasons, and then you drop back down, and it's like, where's the power? Don't start, Conor Benn. Can't get rid of nobody. Now you ain't knocking nothing out, and I don't know, maybe you could say the level of competition increased a bit, but I don't even think that's the case. I just feel like he not the puncher that they build him as. And I don't know if it was more to that PED situation than what it seems to be. But for him to look so much different than he did when he was, before that situation, it's just not good for him.
I think Ryan's a good solid fighter. I don't think Ryan's anywhere near the levels of Shakur and Devin and those guys. But I think he'd be a big favourite to beat Conor Benn. But look, Conor Benn's got... Look, I mean, I said earlier, and I don't think you were there, but I was like, I know things didn't work out, but I have to, on my tombstone, I think I should actually have, remembered for one of the greatest jobs in promotional history on Conor Benn. Because given what he did, and given what I had to get him out of, and given the position that he's in now, having really beaten nobody, it's unbelievable. And he's been amazing at his own self-promotion as well. But fuck me, how is this guy earning that kind of money? And that's what I think is infuriating people. You saw like Josh Taylor come out, because these guys see someone who they think is area title level making $15 million. But that's down to, obviously, the promoter, but the fighter as well. So you can't diss him for that. But we shouldn't get carried away and say Conor Benn's this incredible fighter, elite, but he's a decent fighter and he's worked very hard and he's made a lot of improvements.
A couple other quick ones, Eddie, I'll let you go. The Justice Huni situation, has that been fully resolved? I know you said in the after.
And there you have it. With their relationship seem like it's still like never gonna be the same. They ain't never gonna be the same. Yeah, Eddie funny, man. He like, how's he making that money? He like, bro, he said Ryan gonna be the heavy favorite to beat Conor. He already know he questions if he could really beat Ryan Garcia. And it's crazy because he said in a different interview the other day that he won't. I think he done with him. I think he pretty much say he washed his hands with him, but he might just be he butt hurt right now. You know what I'm saying? Might just be a little hurt that Conor went and slid on him. He'd be all right. Eddie's still killing the egg, man. Shit, Josh Taylor went in on him too. Conor Benn.
I just don't think. I really don't think he's that good. I don't think he's on British level. Never mind world level. The version we got of Prograis there was an absolute shell of himself. He ain't been himself for a long.
I be trying to let people make it, but why these dudes, UK dudes, they always got them damn canker sores and cold sores on their lips.
And then to go in there and last the 10 rounds with Conor Benn, who's big and strong, just says an awful lot. Even still, he's been walking around at 160 for all that time and coming off the steroids. It's
coming off the steroids.
Going to take a bit of time for his body to adjust to get back down to that weight. I just don't think he's that good. I don't think he gets anywhere near your Garcia's. Garcia's much quicker, much snappier puncher than Prograis. So I think he gets to Conor and lays him out.
And we got to talk about this, man. Money talks. He'll be back the right situation, right? But he ain't gonna get no 15 million. I tell you that, to fight no damn what's his name? Fight nobody like Regis Prograis, respectfully, on the way out. But we got to talk about this, man, because Regis got people talking because he said something in one clip and then he said something in a different one, man. I gotta pull this up, bro. I almost thought this was like AI because I'm like, bro, this is drastically different than what he just said. He said Conor Benn is the hardest puncher he faced and all this shit. But then he downplayed his punching power in a different interview. This shit's crazy. Yeah, hell no, Al Booger ain't paying him that much. Gotta play it. Gotta run the clip, man. I'm like, what the hell is Regis talking about, bro?
Y'all can say what y'all want, but Conor Benn got some fucking power. Matter of fact, Conor Benn is the hardest puncher I ever fought in my whole career. I'm gonna just put it out there like that. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say what y'all want about Conor Benn, whatever. But Conor Benn got the most power. He could punch his ass off. And last night, we fought with 10-ounce gloves on, and Conor Benn can punch. So, you know, I know we can talk about his skill and stuff like that, but man, you know, all it takes is one, and Conor Benn can punch his ass.
That's so confusing because what? She said something totally different in a different interview. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, man, what the hell Regis talking about? Said what the hell Regis said, man. He just said the man can't punch. Said he can't punch like that. That's what he said. He was going in. He was like, Conor Benn is not that good. Hold on, I gotta get this up for y'all, man. Talking to Mill, he definitely had a different tone. Yeah, it's crazy. Regis was doing too much, man. Yeah, Twan was good with it, man. I don't know what's up, man. Regis is older, man. But I just wonder what was the 180, like 1 minute, like you see. I just want to play that clip for y'all. Watch, because this interview that he did with Fight Hub, he wasn't talking like that. He was like, yo, he's not that good. He don't punch like that, something like that. He was talking about the punching power. Unless I'm tripping, and I don't think I am. Let me see, man. Let's get to it, man. Let me see. Crazy stuff, man. Yeah, he definitely had a different tune. Yeah, man. He talking one that just earlier too when he was talking to Mill City, wasn't it? Sunchild was good, bro. Regis, man. Let me pull this up, y'all. Regis, my guy. I'm glad he said some things that I like though. Here, this is another reason why I rock with Regis, win, lose, or draw, because he kept it real. He kept it real in this one, at least when he was speaking about himself. I thought he was real honest. Thought he was real honest with himself right here.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Marcos Viegas being joined now with Regis Prograis, who fought over the weekend in London, England, against Mr. Conor Benn. And after the fight, Regis, I was surprised. I was not expecting this, but you announced your retirement. First off, thanks for giving me this time with you. How are we feeling? And are you, in fact, 100% retired?
I'm 100% retired, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, even before the fight, I knew I was retired. I knew this was my last fight before the fight happened. I'm just I just kind of was done with it, you know. Like I used to be obsessed with boxing. I was, and I kind of just fell in love with the sport, bro. I mean, I still love it, but I don't want to compete no more. And I feel like, man, I am getting older. My balance is off, you know, and I don't want to be. I know, and the way I fight is like with a lot of heart. And I know that if I keep fighting like this, eventually I will get hurt. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to. And I just, like I said, man, I just don't. Like, I knew this was my last fight, but before the fight even started, I knew like I didn't. This was gonna be my last fight.
I respect the hell out of that. He's saying his balance is off, man. He know he fight with a lot of heart. He keep at this pace, man. He gonna end up hurt, and he 1,000,000% right. That's exactly what's gonna happen. So better to see him retire, taking some losses, being an overachiever, 2-time champion, and never being stopped, than stick around long enough to let one of these young boys end up stopping you, because that's what eventually happened.
I don't want to do it no more, you know. So yeah, I'm 100% sure. Like I'm done with it. I just want to do something else in my life. I want to do some different stuff. I want to. I've been wanting to get on the weights, change my body, get bigger, get stronger. You know, I'm still gonna be. Obviously, I'm still gonna always be in a gym training, doing different things, and I'm still I probably still go spar and stuff. You know, like I kind of like how Sean Porter does. You know, I was for this training camp. I was in Vegas and I sparred a few times with Sean Porter. You know, Sean Porter's retired, but he'll come in the gym and spar with some guys. You know, just to get that itch. You know, and I'm pretty sure I would get that itch. I would, because I feel like, man, I am a born fighter. I feel like I would still do that, but as far as being competing, I just don't want to do it no more. I don't want to. I don't want to have to be in training camp and just have to go through that grind every day. I want to do it when I want to do it. So yes, I am officially fully retired.
I respect it.
You mentioned two key things that stick out to me. One is like you just don't want to do it anymore, like the desire isn't there, but also two, like your balance is kind of off. On the first one, when did you start feeling like, you know what, I just don't want to do this anymore?
Man, it was really for this fight. Well, so listen, really to be honest, after the JoJo fight, I was like, you know what, it's getting close. Because,
That
you know,
JoJo fight was scary.
me and JoJo went back and forth. And I was like, man, like my balance was off. My balance been off for a while, to be honest. My balance been off for a while. But after me and JoJo fought, I was like, huh, like I knew it was getting close. But after, like, when I was in camp this time, man, I don't know how it just hit me. Like I just don't have the passion. Just one day, I remember it was a Thursday, and I get to the gym and I always jump rope for 10 minutes first. And I was jumping, and you know, every time we skip, I feel like I jump rope 10 minutes and just for a warm up, and I just didn't want to be there. I was like, damn, I don't know how not to feel. I felt like that ever since. And even right now, I still feel like that. I just don't have the passion for it no more.
Crazy.
But I knew, you know, for me, I knew for sure this was gonna be my last fight. You know, it's just the monotony of doing the same thing over and over again, like every day. So in training camp, bro, every day I would wake up, I would meditate first. I meditate 10 minutes before I do anything. As soon as I hear my alarm, go sit down, sit on the floor. I would, you know, close my eyes. I would meditate for 10 minutes about what the day gonna be. Then after that, of course, go brush my teeth, use the bathroom, do all that stuff. Then I go downstairs and I do all my stuff. I get take my creatine, take my vitamins for the day, fill my water bottle up with the electrolytes and all that. And I was doing that every day. Then go to the gym and do the same thing over and over again. I was just kind of over it. I was kind of bored of it. You know, I just didn't want to do it no more. And
Sound like a dude that's burnt out. We've been doing this shit for years. That's what people don't be realizing. Though. Nobody want to get punched in their head and have to kill themselves in training camp every single day.
yeah, and I just
Get tough.
I don't know, man. It's just I just woke up one day. I woke up like that, and I never got that feeling back. I never got the feeling like that renewed energy feeling. And this was, like I said, this was in camp while I was in this camp.
Wow. How hard was it to get through the camp then?
It was real hard. I didn't want to take the fight. I did not want. Listen, bro. I did not want to fight. I don't know if you saw this. I was terrified of fighting. I did not want to fight, bro. I never felt like this in my life. I did not want to fight. I didn't want to fight so bad. I was gonna pull out the day of the fight. Literally the day of the fight. I was gonna pull out the day of the fight. The day before I didn't before I even came to London, I didn't want to fight. I got there, like I just kept pushing myself, kept pushing, like, because one thing I know about me, bro, like if I didn't fight, I would have regretted that for the rest of my life. You know, just to see. And it was like, you know, you saw the Rocky movie when Rocky fought Antonio Tarver, right? He knew he wanted to prove himself. That's all. He wanted to prove himself one last time what he could do. And I felt like that's exactly what I did. I knew I was gonna lose the fight, going into the fight, you know, because I just wanted to go prove. I didn't even care about winning. I just wanted to prove myself that I can do this. Conor Benn is younger, he's hungry, he's strong, he's a bigger fighter. So I literally, bro, I just wanted to go in there and prove that I'm still me. I can still be tough and I can take a punch. And I'm not gonna lie, listen, Conor Benn hit very hard. You know, we can talk about that later, but Conor Benn does hit very hard. But I just stood there and I just wanted to. For me, I want to prove to myself that I can still do this at least one more time. I can go in there with a younger dude, a bigger dude, a stronger dude. Everybody say he was to walk through me and knock me out, and none of that stuff happened. Bro, I took his shots, I took his best shots, and I walked through it. And I wanted to prove to myself that I could do that one last time.
Yeah, you know, we'll get through the specifics of the fight, but damn, man, you were scared, huh?
Terrified, not scared. I was scared. I was terrified.
Terrified of what?
I created a monster in my head. I created this monster in my head. And when I got there, that's what I want to tell people, bro. Like, don't, when you create these things in your head and they're not there. I was terrified in my head of so many things. Really, to be honest, the biggest thing I was terrified was the crowd. I don't know why. I never fought in front of a crowd. It was like 70,000 people. I never fought in front of a crowd that many people for in my life. That was the biggest crowd I ever fought. You know, not the biggest fight, but, you know, of course, the heaviest fighter and the biggest fight I ever fought in my life. Bro, I was terrified. I did not want to fight, bro, because, you know, like, all right, the injury thing, yeah, I got injured in camp 3 times, right? So I thought that, you know, maybe I thought that maybe maybe one of the injuries would, I don't know, expose itself in a fight. And literally, bro, nothing happened. You know, so I'll tell you my
Ankle was
injury, bro.
good, man.
My right hand is still a little shaky right now. My right hand was, you know, kind of messed up in camp. My jaw's a little messed up, and my left eye was a little messed up. But in the fight, bro, nothing happened. Literally, nothing happened. So,
That
you
man
know,
got in the ring with like three, four
I just got a
injuries
different
and contemplating retirement and pulling out the fight the day of. All of that, man. It just seemed like the stage was set for Conor Benn to get one of those knockouts that he be talking about all the time, and it just wasn't to be. And I get it, Regis pretty game, he's tough, but we seen what kind of difficulty JoJo gave him. Had him on skates, hurt him multiple times. It looked rough. He had to dig deep to get up out of there. Conor Benn wasn't able to duplicate the kind of success that JoJo had against Regis, and he's not known as a puncher, JoJo Diaz, and he's at the end of his rope, so to see Conor Benn supposed to be in his prime, and that was the result, the fight, I just don't see him getting too much better than what he is now at all.
different type of spirit. When I stepped in the ropes and I started warming up, I got a different type of spirit. But listen, bro, I was terrified. The day of the fight, I wanted to pull out the day of the fight, bro. That's how I didn't want. That's how much I didn't want to fight.
Damn, that's kind of nuts, man. Because you fought in like filled out arenas before, you know, like in
Not
front of
70,000 people. I fought in front of like 20,000,
yeah.
30,000, but I never fought in front
But
of
is there like,
70,000.
oh wow, it's just crazy. I would feel like 10,000, 70,000 is like the same. Like it's the same for you.
And guess what? When I got in, I mean, going to the fight, I was way more scared. But after the fight, it was like I really created the monster in my head that wasn't there. It really wasn't, bro. It was. I was so. I had a calm spirit that came over me in that fight that night. I don't know how. I don't know what happened, but I felt. I don't even know where it happened right now because I still thinking about. I would be scared right now, but man, it just when I got in the ring, all that stuff left me. All that fear, all that stuff, it left out me. It left out my body.
With that being said, then, you know, the injuries, were they prior injuries or they happened in camp?
They
And
happened
like
again. They all happened again.
how early in the camp?
I got hurt 4 times, bro. Like I literally got hurt 4 times in camp.
That's
So
crazy.
stuff kept happening, one after the other. Things kept happening. Things kept happening. So my last my last sparring session, I got thumbed in my eye, and I saw 3 people. Thumbed in my left eye, and I was looking. I saw 3 people.
Sean,
I
did
was like,
Sean thumb you?
it wasn't Sean. No, it
Okay.
wasn't Sean. No, it wasn't Sean. No,
Yeah.
not Sean. It was somebody else. But I saw 3 people. I was like, damn, bro. And this was my last sparring session,
Mm.
literally before I left to go to London. So and then like I said, I was doing some box jumps. I fell on my right hand. I was like, damn, bro. Like I can't. My right hand is my jab hand. That's what I'm gonna use the most. And I thought that stuff was gonna. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I thought that it was hurt so bad to I thought that the first jab I throw, I'm gonna shatter my hand.
That's
And
crazy.
bro, nothing happened. None of my injuries happened. Nothing in the fight happened, bro. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to God that like none of that stuff that happened. Nothing.
You know, you mentioned your balance, and I was like thinking like maybe there was something up with like your ankle, your calves, or anything like that. When did you start noticing like your balance was like off, and like what do you think like that could be from?
I honestly, I think it's from boxing. I think it's the effects of boxing. That's
Yeah,
why, for me, bro, that's why I'm retiring. I don't
yeah,
want to be. I mean, I love boxing.
my
I'm obsessed.
man.
I used to be obsessed with boxing. I love boxing, but I don't want to be like those older fighters that's messed up, all messed up, and can't talk and can't walk. And I don't want to be like that. I know I have balance issues now, and I probably could fix them now, you know. But if I keep getting hit in the head,
Right,
it's gonna be bad one day. I'll be mumbling. I won't be able to talk.
right.
My brain might be off. I'll be like shuffling my feet, either walking on my tippy toes or walking on my heels. I don't want to be like that. So I did know that, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I noticed this. My balance probably about 2 years ago. My balance been up for a while. You
See
know,
how real he keeping it with himself, bro? That's why I rock with Regis, win, lose, or draw, man. Because people been saying that for a while. Balance been on. He said a couple years. Like, think about it. Does a Rilla fight? It was some fights where he showed some signs, and he just that he wasn't the same exact fighter. It's refreshing to know that he at least smart enough to acknowledge it and call it a career, man. Sonny
you
was
know,
really fun. Yeah, he
you know,
got
I'm
that. I think he
37
said
now,
he
so
got
probably
3
like when I was
million
like
for the
35,
Conor
you know,
fight.
34, 35, that's when I started having balance issues. But for me, I kept pushing, you know, I just kept pushing, and I kind of made excuses for myself. But after this is like, nah, this was the right way. This was the right time to walk away.
Had your family been mentioning this to you, or was it something that you ultimately like made the decision or decided, or was it something that was being pushed on you by them for a while now?
No, just me. Just me. You know, my people, I think they still would want me to do it, but that's like I know I have the issues myself. You know, I'm the one gotta feel it. You know, even, you know, my team and stuff like that. I told them about things, and man, I was like, look, nobody feels what I feel. You know, like I said with the fight, you know, like I told my team, bro, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the fight. I don't want to fight. You know, this is in the UK. This is 2 days before the fight. Matter of fact, this was the same day of the morning of the fight. I told my assistant, bro, I'm not feeling. I don't want to fight. I literally don't want to fight. The day of we had a ceremonial, the day of the weigh-in, and then we had before the ceremony, before I went to the ceremonial weigh-in, I told my team, I don't want to feel, I don't want to fight. I'll pull out. But imagine if I pulled out, bro, like what would happen? Like, I mean, I wasn't boxing no more anyway, but that'll be terrible. And I'm glad, for me, I'm so glad that I went through with it, because now I proved to myself. I still proved to myself what I could do. Like I said, it was
Mm-hmm.
like the Rocky movie when he fought Antonio Tarver. Like, I just wanted to prove, I really just wanted to go out there and prove to myself, I can fight somebody younger, somebody stronger, somebody hungrier, and I'm gonna still go compete. I'm gonna still go push it. I'm gonna still go compete with them. You know, that's what I want to do, and that's what I did. And for me, I'm just proud of myself because I've never been stopped. I mean, I've been beat a few times, but I've never been stopped in my whole career. I fought some really good guys, and I never been stopped. You know, never really been hurt and stuff like that. And I feel good about that.
All right, so you're telling your team you don't want to go through with the fight. You yourself are telling them, I just don't want to fight. I guess what caused the fight to go through with you say excuse me, with you saying this?
I mean, my team was what my nutritionist. He was like, bro, like you gotta think about it like this. He said, in 10 years, how would you feel? You know,
Oh,
would you
nice.
feel like,
Good.
man, I would, if I didn't go through, would I regret it? Or if I went, you know,
Facts, Troy.
if I went through it,
That's why
how
I'm
would I
playing
feel?
this.
And I had to think
But
about that,
sometimes
man. I'm
people
not gonna
like,
lie.
why he playing this? Because I rock with Regis, man, and it kind of tied in, you know, the Conor Benn Ryan shit. He just fought Regis. Regis is able to talk about what he thought about Conor Benn and how he looked, or how he, you know, what he was up against fight night. But I think Ryan could hurt him. Mm-hmm. I mean, I heard Ocean Dream. I heard he got like I think 3 million. I think they said for that fight. A reporter Regis did. Like, you know, I'm not in nobody's pocket, but I from what I understand, like he's made good money. He wasn't pressed for no money, but it was like probably like the last hoorah. Like you heard he had to prove to himself that he could do it, and then with all them injuries, he pushed through it. I respect the hell out of him for doing that, man. Like a lot of people would have pulled out that fight. He pushed through it, man, and still didn't get stopped. Respect the Regis, man. But I'm glad that he ain't pushing it past this point. Like he seemed very in touch with what his reality is. You know what I'm saying? Ryan versus Regis 2027. We jumping Ryan if you fight him. Now, I don't think they forced him to fight. It was him. That he don't got that kind of team, but that'll force him. But you got to think it's a lot to consider. He didn't want to pull out of the fight, but he just said, hell with it, I'm going to do it. And he created a monster that Conor Benn was, that he ended up feeling like he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He just did that in his own head.
If I didn't go through with the fight on Saturday, I would probably regret. I'll probably still be trying to prove myself, still trying to box. But I have a peace now about myself. Like I don't have to prove myself. I proved it. You know, kind of. I'm not, like I said, bro. Conor Benn is strong. Conor Benn is you know, he was bigger. I was coming up. He was coming down. Conor Benn is big. Conor Benn is strong. Conor Benn is aggressive. You know, he was coming to
Yeah.
fight.
Right, I'm
And
with you.
man,
Yeah,
I weathered that storm.
great.
I went through it. I
Then
didn't
he
get
picked up
stopped.
boxing at like 16, 17. My guy behind the hands TV, no Regis personally. And this dude came in the game working 2 jobs. You'll really respect his come up and his grind. And he definitely had a successful career. Now he can get out with his faculties, address whatever little balance issues he feel like he got, and he ain't got to keep getting hit upside the head. Made good money, and he can go enjoy it. And he got he got his wife a real one, so he got real people around him. So Regis gonna be straight.
Nothing like that. Didn't even get hurt. I mean, he probably hit me in the first round with something, but after that, I was good.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, yeah, I think my team, it was just we had mixed things. Some for the most part, everybody wanted me to do it, but they said, listen, I'm with you no matter what. If you do it, you don't, I'm with you no matter what.
See?
So what they had to talk to me, bro, every day they had to talk to me about things because I'm telling you, I did not want to fight.
Jesus, how was that? How was the ring walk then?
Crazy.
That's why my son walks to the ring with me, and he kind of gave me the strength because I was really when I got in the dressing room, it kind of went away. When I got in the dressing room, I started stretching, I started shadow boxing, I started hitting the pads. Things start going. They start dissipating, they start going away and stuff like that. And but right before I left to go to the ring, I told my son, I said, "Look, you see, I'm scared, right? Because my son, when he came to the UK, he stayed in the room with me, so he saw all the stuff. So I said, you see, I'm terrified. I'm not scared. I'm terrified. I don't want to fight. But I said, you see, I'm doing it right. You see, I'm scared. You have to do it. You have to go through with this, and you have to be a man. And I showed him that. So
That's
but
real, man.
but really on the ring walk, bro, like I had this calmness about me. I wasn't scared no more. I couldn't be scared, really. But I told my son, I said, look, bro, when we walk to the ring, it's gonna be 70,000 people. And I said, look, you gonna be scared, but you get your strength from me. And I'm be scared, but I'm gonna get my strength from you. And we walked to the ring, and like I was way more calm, bro. I just had this calm spirit about me
I
that
respect it.
you really can't be scared anyway. Once it's on, it's on. We gotta do it. And I mean I did it before, and really, bro, I created this monster in my head. That's what I think we all do. We create these, we have these doubts in our head, and I created this monster in my head that wasn't really there. Everything I was scared of, it wasn't there. Me in my mind, I created kind of been to be like a Sonny Liston type of person, and it wasn't there. Even I came back to the corner, bro. I don't think they played it, but I came back to the corner in like the first or second round. I said he not that good. I said, man, he's not that good. He don't hit that hard either. He's not this monster everybody talking about. He does hit hard, don't get me wrong. But he was like, I said, bro, he's not that good. He doesn't hit that hard. This guy is, I got it. I feel like, man, I got it.
But you see that other clip I played, y'all. He say he the hardest puncher he ever faced. It kind of is kind of conflicting because on one end you like he hit hard, but he don't hit that hard. And then in the other clip, you was like, man, that's the hardest puncher I ever faced. You can say what you want, man. He could punch. But then this one, you like, man, he can't punch like that. He ain't the monster I thought he was. See what I'm saying? That's why I was like, it confused me, but it is what it is.
I probably could have stepped up the pace, but at that time, bro, like I said, it was the first or second round. I was like, yeah, he not that good, bro. I created this monster in my head.
So you go through with the 10 rounds. You did get buzzed, I think, like at the end of the first round. You had your moments in the fight. Given the injuries that you've had, also, like, man, props to you that you went through with it, but you looked the way you did 10 rounds. Like you were in there, you were tussling it up with them. Right. The fight finishes. Like, how are you feeling? What are you feeling? What are you thinking?
I felt relieved, bro. I really felt relieved. I mean, I know it's gonna lose the fight, going to the fight, because I didn't want to fight. That's the thing. I didn't even want. It sounds insane, bro, but I didn't even want to win the fight. I told my people even lead up to the fight, I don't want. I'm gonna be in the same position I'm in right now. Like I don't want to fight no more. So imagine if I win. They gonna have crazy money on the table for me. It's really gonna be hard to walk away from the sport. So for me, look, I wanted to go out there and I proved what I proved to myself. I'm happy for myself. Me and Conor are in different stages in our careers. I did. He's made a lot of money, which is good. Congratulations to him. But I did that already. All the stuff I did that. I became champion. I did it twice. Like I'm not worried about that stuff. Like he wants to go fight Ryan and stuff. But like I said, man, after the fight, I just felt the release.
So you had a successful career. You could walk out with your head held high. And that is what it is. You never been stopped. You took some losses, but you lost to some damn talented people. Devin Haney, Josh Taylor. You get what I'm saying?
Like a relieved feeling, like a very calm and relieved feeling. Like, all right, like I can breathe. Like this is over with. Like this is not just this fight, but this part of my life is just it's over. You know, I for me, I'm still gonna be in the gyms. I'm still gonna go train with people. I'm still gonna go spar, but I don't want to be on the schedule no more. I don't want people telling me I have to do this, I have to do this, and I have to train 3 times a day. I don't want to do that no more. I'm just like, you know, I'm older now. I just feel like I don't want to do it no more. So I felt very relieved.
A lot of fighters have a hard time retiring. Like they say they retire and then they go ahead and they come back. Is there anything that you're like telling yourself like, no, I'm not going to go that way? Like, is there something in place to stop you from doing that?
He was teaching his
I think
son.
it's my health, bro.
He let his son see him that way because he was teaching him a life lesson. He was showing him like, even though I'm terrified, I'm fearful of getting in this ring, I'm gonna still push through it. It was a life lesson to be learned in that even when his son facing adversity or, you know, a situation that seems scary, still go through it. You know what I mean? Push through. That's what I respect about him as a man. Is transparency, able to show, look, son, this is what I feel. This is what's going on. But look what I'm about to go do. I'm about to go push through this shit. I ain't about to let this, you know what I mean? Let the fear win. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go out there and give it everything I got. And I get it. People feel like he did it for the money, but y'all got to think. They prize fighters. They all fight for money. But like he said, man, it was the injuries and other things. Him just not being in love with the sport like he used to be that made him feel like he shouldn't have been in there. And rightfully so.
Bro, I'm a historian, bro. You look, I mean, my book's behind me. I'm a historian. I read about all these great fighters, bro. So many great fighters that was super great and made all this money, and then they get older and they lose it all. And then at the same time, they don't have help. They don't have good help because they stayed in the boxing game too long. I do not. I refuse to be like one of those fighters. Like I said, I'm most likely I'm gonna have the itch. I know I will have the itch. And I'm gonna go spar. I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna go spar, I'm gonna go share my knowledge with some young fighters and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna compete. No, I don't want to compete. I just don't want to do it. And even not just saying with the sport, but with the business side, I don't want to do that no more. I don't even want to be I don't even be talking to people about business and money and stuff. I'm just done with that, man. I don't want to do with that. You know, like I did it too long before, and I'm just like I just feel like I'm done with it. That's all. Like I just don't want to. It's something I just don't want to do. You know, ready to just move on and do something else. Like I said, I think I would. I would probably. Of course, I'm born to fight. God put me on this earth. I think to fight, and I'm probably most likely I'm gonna still go train. I'm gonna still go to the gyms. I'm gonna still go spar. I still got my contacts with all these coaches, so I can still do that. People probably. I'm most likely. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will hit me up to go spar, getting training camps to spar, and I'll go do that stuff. But as far as being a professional fighter. That's something I just don't want to do no more.
Regis like,
No,
nah, I
Conor
want to
Benn,
do this shit on my terms now. I ain't trying to lock in full training camps. And he said he had like a 4-month training camp, I think, for this fight. That's exceptionally long. And that shit demolished the wear and tear on the body, man. At some point, you just want to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
is in a position now, I believe, to challenge for the WBC title at 147 pounds against Ryan. Haven't spent 10 rounds with him, man. Just overall, how do you think he stacks up with the division, the top guys at the division, the guys like, even though Shakur's not at 47, but the guys like Shakur, the guys like Rolly, the guys like Ryan, and the other title holders there?
Devin, honestly, bro, listen, and I tell Connor this, like, Connor hits hard. Connor, I think if I'm pretty sure Connor hit me the hardest I ever been hit in my career so far. Connor does hit. Connor has a lot of power, but the thing is, the punches you don't hurt, that's the one. The punch you don't see, that's the one that hurt you. You can see everything kind of throwing. That's the thing. You know, he has a big right hand. Don't get me wrong, he does have a big right hand, but you can see it coming. He's gonna load up with it. You're gonna see it coming. But he does have a lot of power. Now, I don't think, for me personally, I don't think he could beat a Devin or Shakur. I've been in the ring with Devin and Shakur. Devin, Shakur, you know, both of them don't have too much power. But they sharpshooters, you know, they sharpshooters. They don't get hit and stuff like that, and they will hit you with punches that you don't see coming. So I don't see that being a good matchup for Devin or Shakur. Where Ryan and Rolly are a little different. Ryan is fast. Ryan might could catch him, but I think that I think that Conor could catch Ryan also, you know, because Conor does have some power. And thing about Conor, and what I was saying is this, Conor reminds me of me when I was a little bit about me when I was younger. Like I was just a dog. I came to fight and you know, I was unpolished and I just came to go out
Prime Regis Prograis stops Conor Benn, in my
there and
opinion.
fight, and that's what Conor is. Conor is just like a dog, and he's strong. He's gonna come to fight. He has a chin. He's durable, and he's gonna come to fight. Now him and Rolly, that'll be a good matchup because Rolly's the same kind of way. Rolly has a lot of power also.
I'm picking Rolly to beat Conor too.
For Ryan, it'll be interesting. You know, I think that whoever can catch, you know, because Ryan did get beat by Rolly also, so it depends who can catch who first. But I think that will be a for me. I would want to see him and Ryan. You know, not really Devin and Shakur because I think Devin and Shakur just might be too much for him because they just both of them are so slick. That's all. You know, especially Devin because Devin could probably take the shots too. Devin is bigger. Devin is you know, man, Devin, when I fought Devin, he was probably bigger than Conor when I fought at 140. You know, so that's how big Devin is big. He's tall and he has
What he just said. Devin was bigger than Conor when he fought him at 140. He was bigger than Conor at 147, right? At 140. It's crazy.
he has size on him. But Shakur, you know, he's a little smaller, but same thing, Shakur, his skill wise, I don't think that kind of skill can match up with them. But I think the best will be Rolly for Conor, and second best will be probably somebody like Ryan. I think a Ryan fight will.
If he didn't stop Regis, that had 3-4 injuries, was thinking about pulling out the day of, already was retired in his mind with balance issues. In my opinion, he don't stop Rolly or Ryan. I don't think he has that punching power that we seen from him before. It's the evidence is there. He hasn't had a knockout since Chris Algieri. He hasn't come close. All decision wins now. So I don't see him knocking out Ryan and Rolly. You know what I'm saying? I see him possibly getting stopped by both of them dudes or beat by him. You know what I'm saying? Rolly is a little better than what people give him credit for. I just don't believe in Conor Benn that much as a boxer now. If he was still getting rid of guys, then it'd be different. But you remove that element, take that off the table that he's not stopping guys. Now he got to outbox him. Yeah.
If they fight next, that'll be very interesting because, yeah, just it'll be about seeing who get caught with the first big punch.
Yeah, you know, I'm just thinking like Shakur had
thrill. That's what it is, bro. Look, for me, I think Conor is solid. I think he's a fighter that worked extremely hard, and because of it, he has some talent, right? He worked hard, he put the work in, and he's solid, but he's limited. He picked up the sport late. Yeah, he's aggressive. Yeah, he got power, but what is that to be said if you're not getting rid of nobody no more? And it's after the egg situation, so it don't look the best for Conor. You know what I'm saying? Internet about to kill Dev Yacht. You know it cut. He was bigger than Conor Benn. And you know I gotta clip that. Yo, he was bigger at 140 than what Conor Benn was fighting at 147. Make it make sense. And then they want to talk about him and Shakur the same size. This shit is crazy, bro.
Shakur had a very entertaining fight with Cepeda. Cepeda's a volume guy, is aggressive, comes forward.
Yeah, do
you think?
Brown.
I know you're saying that you feel like Shakur's just his IQ is just would be too much. He's too technical.
Chris was cooked though.
You'd probably see the punches coming from Conor, but
Chris Eubank was cooked, I think, at the weight class. And that second fight, he just didn't look good at all. It wasn't no surprise that he got knocked down. The first fight was more of a representation of what Chris Eubank looked like. And even that, he was cooked there too. So I never thought he had a chance in that second fight for real. Let's keep going, though.
Do you think, like, style-wise, if he does something like Cepeda where he throws a lot, that he could give Shakur fits?
Nah, it's no consideration.
No, I just don't see it. No, bro. I don't see it.
Now, here to your question, Jerry. The fighter that got out the ring for him is no consideration either, and he beat him. And he lost to him. So let me put this in perspective so you don't try to find something to argue about. Conor Benn is not a bad fighter, but when you start putting him in the realm in the conversation with world champions, the conversation is different. Do he get credit for moving down from 160 to 150 after having 2 fights at 160 and fighting Regis? Yeah, he get credit. Yeah, he won the fight, but he didn't look good. He had a guy with 3-4 injuries. retirement on his mind, trying to pull out, ready to pull out the fight, terrified, as he put it in his own words. If you're a biggest puncher and as good a fighter as what you sell yourself to be, then you at least look better than that. You don't have to knock everybody out, but you could have looked better than that. And now, for about the 5th fight or so in a row, I've seen him not be able to get rid of guys or come even close. Like he buckled Regis a couple times, shook him up, but the fact that he's not getting rid of guys, it shows his deficiencies more. Why? Because without the knockout, the fights are going the distance. And when they're going the distance, you see him round after round the mistakes that he makes. So it's not a knock on Conor Benn, but he's limited. And I've always said that. People call him trash. You won't hear me saying that. He's not trash, but he's a limited fighter that picked up the sport late. And I think these distance fights, the fact that he's not knocking dudes out, you're able to see exactly where he need to improve. And unless he do, he's going to have a tough time winning a world title. So, yeah, you were supposed to be Regis, but Ryan Garcia, I don't know if you beat him. Rolly, I don't know if you beat him. Devin, I don't think you beat him. So I don't know. So he's a good fighter, but it remains to see whether he'll ever be a world champion. So I'm not knocking him. He's solid, but just very limited. You know what I'm saying? Inexperienced in ways.
Man, look, bro, Shakur's good, bro. I've been in the ring with all. Now I've been in the ring with all 3 of them, with Devin, Shakur, and Conor Benn. And
I'm gonna just say this again, bro. It's not about the world titles. Ryan Garcia proved to be a better amateur and professional than Conor Benn to me. I don't think Conor Benn is better than Ryan Garcia. I don't think he has more talent than Ryan Garcia. I don't think he got more skill than Ryan Garcia. I don't think he got better attributes than Ryan Garcia. I don't think he's faster, and I don't think he punch harder. It's not the championships. Ryan's consistently been better than Benn. The Rolly one, I'll give you that. Maybe you could argue that, but Rolly argue that he ain't far off, man. He might be better than Conor Benn. He really, I mean, they could be two and the same, both late bloomers and limited guys, but I don't know. I just don't believe in Conor Benn because, again, one of his calling cards, one of his selling points was how he get all of these knockouts. Without that, he's looking like a very limited boxer that's getting exploited. That's what I'm saying. So let's keep going, y'all.
To me, bro, Shakur is the best one out of all of them. And Shakur he is the best one out of all of them, bro. Especially the South, because Shakur don't care about making the boring. Shakur just gonna jab you to death, and that's it. And he definitely probably won't knock Conor Benn out, but I think that Shakur has enough power to make you respect him.
Yeah,
and I think that's what'll happen. He would definitely probably respect Shakur. So he'll hit him in the stomach and things like jab him, keep jabbing him, hit him in the stomach, and then he'll be swinging wild. And then because, like I said, with yeah, but I don't see it. Obviously it's boxing, anything can happen, but I can't see Conor beating Shakur or Devin, just because just the skills. Both of them are damn near Devin and Shakur, damn near the same thing, but one is left-handed, one is not orthodox. But yeah, right now I just don't see it. I think that, maybe he needs to get a Ryan or Rolly, and then after that maybe step to like a Devin or Shakur.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a lot of fights open up to him, and that the payday that he got.
Jerry, won't you come in here one day to support and stop trying to argue? You do it every single time you in here. Every single time you trying to argue. I don't give a fuck if he won every round, dude. Yes, his deficiencies were being exploited. They were on display. Just because you won every round don't mean you won it looking good. That was an ugly ass fight. It turned bloody. Headbutts and all that. It didn't look good. Yes, his deficiencies were exploited in the fight. Period. It wasn't like a Shakur type win every round. It wasn't that. He was winning the rounds, but he was getting through them. He wasn't looking like some, guy that's tough to beat and deal with. He wasn't looking like some monster. His aggression he was boxing more than anything. Conor Benn boxing more now than knockouts. You're going to see the deficiencies. When you knock somebody out, you getting them out of there maybe 4, 5, 6 rounds. But when you're going the distance, you're going 10-round fights. And people are seeing with the areas where you need to improve. No matter what you say. No matter what you say, bro. He got exploited. I don't give a fuck that he won every round. So what? Again, when you start putting his name in there with the Shakurs, the Devins, even Ryan, yes, he's not on none of their level to me. Ryan proved to be a better professional than Conor Benn. He didn't pick up the sport that late. He was a better amateur and he's a better professional. Get out of here, man. If you can have your opinion, but don't try to force it on me. Conor Benn deficiencies got exploited against Regis Prograis and against Pete Dobson and anybody else that he's fought after Chris Algieri that he didn't knock out. What part don't you get? That's how you able to see the areas where he need to improve. And I'm saying fight to fight, he still struggle in the same area. You put a certain level of boxer in there with him, they're going to make him look extremely bad, man. He's a limited guy. I can see if I'm trashing him, Conor Benn ain't shit. No, he got exploited. I don't give a damn that he won. When you talking about putting him in there with the best fighters in the world, that shit he put out against Regis Prograis don't cut it. Man, let's keep going. I ain't reading shit else he's saying.
He got to fight you in the 10-rounder. I know a lot of people were like, what the heck?
Till you support, I'm done
Did you
reading
talk to him about that by chance? Like, was that like accurate?
I said, man, enjoy your 15. I said, bro, enjoy your
yourself
15
from now
million.
on.
That's all. We was in the doctor together. I said, bro, enjoy that money, bro. Enjoy your 15 million. He just laughed. That's all. He shrugged it off and he laughed. You know, he was on the table getting stitched up, and I walked over
Shout
to
out
him.
to
We was right
Regis
next to each other.
Prograis for
I walked up. I said,
exploiting-
bro,
for
I said, listen,
exploiting
bro, like, I hope you
Conor
become a
Benn
world
weaknesses
champion. You
that
know,
we
like,
already knew was
I
there.
think that people got, I mean, I don't know him. Don't get me wrong. I don't know Conor like that. I don't know him personally. But I think that a lot of people don't like Conor. Like, the crazy thing, bro, when I went, we had a press conference, bro, and they called him up and nobody said nothing. My manager clapped for him. Like, nobody, people, I mean, we in the UK, people clap for me, but literally, bro, they called Conor Benn's name and
Yeah,
sit at the table
appreciate you,
and
Reed.
nobody said a word.
Yeah,
Nobody
this
said
ain't
nothing.
that. I'm not from now on, and this go for you too, Boxing Bill. If you don't come in here supporting, you getting blocked too. You're gonna be the next one. Jerry could stay blocked. Like I ain't trying to block nobody this trip, but when you don't come in here, you come in here just to be a disturbance to the channel and blocking you. I don't care who you are.
No, nobody clapped, nobody said nothing. So a lot of people don't like Conor Benn.
All that weird ass
But
shit.
for me, it
That's
seemed
what's
like he was a
wrong.
good dude.
Real
I'm not gonna
quick,
lie. It
that's
seemed
what's
like he
wrong
was
with a lot of y'all men. Y'all got beta male energy. All y'all want to do is argue all day like some bitches. Go somewhere else and do that. Go get that, take that whole ass shit somewhere else. Every day he come in, I mean, every single day he just want to argue. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Never, man. Y'all not even men to me. Y'all like little boys, man. Like little bitches. Every little thing. I don't give a fuck what you feel. He got exploited. Just cause he won. You could get things, your deficiencies could be exploited as you win a fight. You could win a fight and still be shown where you're not good at. That's all I'm saying. I can see if I'm trashing them. You don't gotta think like me, but you a pussy. You want to argue like a bitch. That's a lot of y'all dudes. All y'all want to do is argue boxing. Y'all don't want to talk boxing. You want to argue it all the time. Shut up. Shut your weird ass up. And Boxing Build, you about to be next, man, with your whole ass, man. Because you come in here every day, never supporting, just running your fucking mouth, being a distraction, typing the same dumb ass shit. I'm blocking you next. We fight on that. Shout out to Mondros. What's good, homie? Let's keep building. Troy was good with it. Let's get back to it, man.
He was a cool dude, bro. I just think, yeah, I think that, I don't, like I said, I don't know him personally, but I told him, listen, bro, I hope you become a world champion. I'm at the stage now. I want to see these younger guys. I want to see them achieve what they want. So I do hope he becomes a world champion. And I said, man, enjoy your money. Enjoy that 15 million. Go have fun. It seemed like he doing it too. That's good.
Now, you're 37 right now. Another person that's in their late 30s is Deontay Wilder. Just I don't know if you had a chance to see the fight that he had with Chisora. Just based on what you saw, like a lot of people are mentioning, like, hey, maybe both of them should stop fighting. Like, are you in that same camp with Deontay?
Yes, bro. Go. Yes, bro. Leave it alone. Cause I mean, you go fight these younger guys, bro. They gonna hurt you. And Deontay already got knocked out a few times, bro. That shit, man, that's messed you up, bro. Like we gotta know. It's like, bro. Like luckily I studied, bro. I studied all these fights. I came up on reading. I came up studying and observing all these older fighters, bro. And I don't want to be like them, bro. That's like it's cool. You can make your mark in the history books and make all your money, but if you can't enjoy it, what's the point? What's the point? That I don't want to say too many names about people, but man, I go to these Hall of Fame, bro. These Hall of Fame weekends, and man, it's terrible to see these fights. These fights was great. And now they don't have nothing, and they have to do appearances, and then at the same time, they brains are scrambled. I don't want to be like that. I
Shout
know
out
I
to
don't.
Regis Prograis for being a real one. Nah, you next. You gonna be next. You gonna be next. I ain't trying to hear nothing you talking about. You don't come in here to support. You come in here to be a distraction, and just say the same dumbass shit over and over again. Like If I don't get the hint that you supporting, man, I'm blocking your ass too. I don't care what you say no more. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sonny. Yeah, man, they be pissing me off a little bit. Everybody in the building, hit the like button, sub to the channel, support the grind, man. We going on over 2 hours, man. We gonna keep building.
I don't want to be like that, bro. I made good. I invested good. I don't need to
just thought
box.
this was a good
You know,
interview
like if
for
I
me,
want to,
man.
I want to. But
I like this.
I
Dude,
think
man.
that sometimes a lot of fights don't need it. They just
real.
want it. You know, it is hard to get when you're a fighter. It's hard to get away from the sport, but you got to be smart about certain things. So I feel like, man, Deontay and them, you know, they are getting older, bro. And all you gonna do, guess what? When you get older, all you gonna do is fight one of these younger guys, one of these younger killers. You know, so
Yeah.
I know, bro. Like for me,
Yeah.
when I was facing Conor, I feel like, man, I'm not looking at myself, but I'm, you know, like somebody that's, it's like, man, you're looking at almost like mirroring yourself. And he didn't accomplish what I accomplished, but you know, he might one day. And it's just, man, like you got somebody young, strong, hungry that's coming to knock your head off. Cause I remember when I was that age, that's what I was doing. Man, when I was 29, you put me in front of 37, I'm gonna kill him. You put me in front of 37 when I was 29. I'm gonna smoke them. There's no way they gonna get out the.
Right.
There's no way they gonna make it out the fight. You know, not home. So I thought the same way. So like I said, man, with Deontay, I feel like, just leave it, like hang it up, bro. Leave it alone. You know, because you want to retire from boxing. You don't want boxing to retire you, and that's what happens a lot.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to see Regis retire from boxing, not the other way around. He had a good career, very successful career. He gave us entertaining fights. He wasn't a guy that was scared to challenge himself all the way up into the end, man. I got much respect for this dude. Win, lose, or draw. It's always a guy that I support. And my guy knows him personally, say a genuine dude too. So it's good to know that he was really one of the real ones through and through.
So then a potential fight with like AJ, you think that's a bad idea then for him?
Yeah. I think it's maybe make that the last one. I think him and AJ, last one. That should be a last one because everybody did want to see it. Not Tyson Fury talking about it, but everybody did want to see Deontay Wilder and AJ.
He's
but
saying Wilder needs to hang him up.
I don't know who can. Both of them actually, it'll be a good fight because both of them could knock each other out. AJ could knock out Wilder, and Wilder could knock out AJ. So it really depends on who can land on who. But maybe make that the last one, and like no matter win, lose, or draw, make that the last one, and that should be good with both of them.
Yeah, it's 10 years in the making. It's like the UK's version of like Mayweather Pacquiao, like honestly.
Right.
You know? And it's weird too because you know aside from the accident, you know, obviously, you know, it's AJ needs his time because it was a very tragic, traumatic thing. But you know, Manny got knocked out by Marquez, and then he went and had the Mayweather fight. AJ got knocked out by Dubois, and we think, you know, it's in terms of AJ and Fury, it's going that way for them to fight.
Right.
Based on how, did you see Fury in the main event? Did you have a chance to catch him?
I was getting tested the whole time. Yeah. So a little bit, but I was getting tested.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, how would you favor either or in the fight based on how they looked, but you didn't get a chance to see Fury?
I didn't watch Fury too much. No, I can't. I really can't say I didn't watch Fury. I mean, AJ's last fight was against Jake Paul, so you can't judge that. You know, he didn't even fight a real boxer, so you can't judge about what he can do and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, I think it'll definitely be a real good fight between. I mean, a big fight. I'm not gonna say good, but I think it'll be a big fight between those guys. I mean, even just, you know, all three of them. Even with if you throw Deontay Wilder in there too, that'll be I think, you know, that'll be all of them. That'll be real big fights. But you know, they should, you know, think about, all right, after this, because all you gonna do is fight one of these young guys coming up, and you know what happens when you fight one of these young killers. Things don't go well.
Yeah, you know what? You actually kind of clicked in my head. They're all in their like mid to late 30s, and Fury's already unretired as well. Yeah, you make
Fury's it's crazy. I'm older than Fury, but he's still 37. But I think I'm older than Fury.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he's getting up there too. You know, so it's like, man, it's only so long until you have to fight one of these young guys. You know, and these young guys they gonna try to come up and they gonna try to make a name for themselves against you. So, you know, and it's a very unforgiving sport. So yeah, that's what I mean. I'd rather get out before somebody try to put me out.
Just a few more things for you, Regis. I know you're familiar with both David and Zurdo Ramirez. They have a fight, believe May 2nd in Las Vegas. How do you see that fight playing out?
It's hard to go. I mean, Zurdo is my partner. I'm cool with David, but I'm not, you know, not friends with him like I am with Zurdo. David is amazing. You know, he's real good. Obviously, obviously, I think it's gonna be a good fight. It's hard to go against Benavidez. It really is. But Zerto, my partner, and Zerto Mexican, he not gonna back down. That's the thing, So, I mean, I don't want to say who gonna win or nothing like that, but I think it's just gonna be a real good fight. And it's gonna be
Blunt, my
it,
dog was
it's gonna
good
be
with it,
interesting
bro.
to see what's gonna happen. For me, it's gonna be real interesting to see what's gonna happen in that fight. Because, like I said, Dave Benavidez
Without
is, man, they call him the Mexican monster for a reason. But Zerto, man, Zerto ain't backing down, bro. I know Zerto personally. Zerto, man, he a real Mexican, bro. He not backing down for nobody.
he ain't gonna have
So
to. He gonna get beat down anyway.
we shall see.
Hey, like Rolly, we shall see.
We shall see.
Okay, I'll put it to you this way then. What does Zurdo need to do to get a win in the fight, and what can he fall into in the fight?
I think that he can't fall into a firefight, but I think that's what might happen. Honestly, I think he might. Sometimes it might work in your favor. Sometimes you get in a firefight with a person that's like that really could that wants to get in a firefight. Sometimes because they know that you don't want to do that, and then you start beating them at the game, it might kind of throw them off a little bit. Maybe. Now, I don't know what the game plan is with Zerto and stuff like that right now, but he is a southpaw. He has to, try to fight like a southpaw a little bit. But I think eventually they'll get in a firefight because they both of them, they not gonna back down. I think it's gonna be blood, and I don't see that fight going the distance either. It's 12 rounds. I don't see it going 12 rounds. I'm not gonna say who gonna stop who, but I don't see that fight going 12. I do feel like it'll get stopped by the doctor, because I do think it'll be a bloody fight.
Yeah, my thing is Zurdo has to be training for the volume and the speed of Benavidez in the fight. Like you have to be training for those two things, because I think those two things are like the biggest things, especially for a small guy going. That's the other thing. David's going up 25 pounds to get this fight.
I know that.
Yeah, it's at cruiser. Yeah.
Oh, that make it more interesting then. I didn't know that. Damn, David going up that much. I didn't know that. So Zerto gonna be the bigger man.
Yeah.
Well, that make a difference. I didn't know that. I really didn't.
How does it make a difference now? What are you thinking?
I mean, it'll make a difference because Zerto gonna be bigger. Zerto should be bigger and stronger. 25 pounds is a lot if you're going up. So Zerto should be big and strong. And Zerto is a big guy. And Zerto, like I said, Zerto, a real Mexican, he not gonna back down, bro. He not backing down. I mean, Zerto just don't care about that. Knowing him, he don't care about the type of stuff. He don't care about your name and who you are. He about to come and fight. So, and then saying he's gonna be bigger, that makes it more interesting. It really does. So that's good. That's a real good fight. I'll be there for sure. That's a good fight.
Good stuff. In terms of your career, Regis, you accomplished a lot. You became a world champion. You fought at the very apex of the sport. To you, man, what sticks out to you the most about your career, or something that you feel like you're gonna look back on it and you're gonna smile and think like, you know what, I did that.
First thing, I never been stopped. That's something I just wanted. I just never wanted to be stopped. I never wanted to be hurt. Never wanted to be. I mean, being hurt, but I always got. If I got dropped, I always got back up. I never been stopped and stuff. Like no matter how hard somebody hit me, that's something I kind of pride myself in. And somebody that when I look back at somebody, I want to be known as somebody just had so much persistence. Like I just kept going, bro. Like no matter what people told me stop. People thought I was done after Josh Taylor. Yeah, after that fight, people thought I was done. I remember I came back and I fought Juan Herrera, and it was like, oh, he had his time at the top already. He's done. He's been a world champion. He's done. And I stopped him, and I went on a string of people stoppages. And me, bro, after that, I went 3 years. I didn't have a title, but I went in the gym and I worked, bro. I put my head down. I didn't say nothing too much. I just worked and worked and worked because I was so persistent in what I wanted. And I became a champion again. And people don't realize, bro, Zepeda when I fought Zepeda, bro, he was a killer. Like it's about when you fight him,
But they have someone who's very competitive. Shakur Stevenson.
This was a good conversation over here on Pro Box by Chris, Robert, and Brad, man. Real good build. Keep dick riding, boxing Bill. You gonna be blocked right with him. The thing is, I ain't even block his little hoe ass, but once you come in here talking about you own somebody, like you gonna get blocked, bro. You gonna get blocked for real, permanently. You might as well go to another channel because you're gonna be blocked. And boxing Bill, your whole ass gonna be right with him. Y'all dudes don't support boxing. Y'all just come in these chats to be a distraction. That's why I don't rock with
I think Shakur controls that fight and dominates with pretty ease, but it'll do good. It'll sell. I think at this point, Shakur is looks like he's kind of chasing the big fight, the big paydays. He's so talented that he's probably going to be everybody's last choice when it comes to fighting him. Conor Benn might end up fighting Ryan Garcia. Right, that's his mandatory. Ryan Garcia's mandatory, so they might end up doing that. So Shakur's kind of, to me, it seems like he's kind of chasing that big fight, the big payday. But he's so good that everybody's trying to avoid him. He's going to be everybody's last choice.
Yeah, I always said that about Shakur. He's right now
that's well spoken from a coach that got a fighter that should be interested in the fight with Shakur. That's the harsh reality. People don't like to accept it, man. He be God's last choice because of the difficulty in the. I don't think that's accurate at all. You say you're not checking for his fight. He just had his last fight sold out, and they had an attendance record in MSG. I think to say people not excited about his fight is stupid. I think that's not accurate. Should I say? It's just not accurate. What the hell was over 21K doing in attendance? I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah, Devin Haney and Shakur could always be competitive at whatever weight. Probably it'll be a competitive fight. I just ultimately feel like the smarter, more skillful guy with the high pedigree will win. I could be wrong. Hopefully one day we do get to see it instead of talking about it. I just hate the fact that it's that weight discrepancy between the two stopping the fight from happening for real. And then on the other side, you got the one half of the fight has a very unrealistic way about going to make fights with Shakur. So they it's my way or the highway type of energy when it comes to him. So for that reason, I think the fight will never get made unless they be a lot more realistic about how they going about making that type of fight. Yeah, but Shakur champion at 40. Are y'all saying for Haney to fight him at 40? He the one that got his name on his damn hit list. That shit make me mad when they see it only one way. He said meet in the middle. You don't want to do that. This conversation is dead. And when you talking about the best in the world, fights can go either way a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So I like this conversation. It was balanced. They gave everybody credit. You know, they mixed and matched who they think could win or won't. It just wasn't no biasness from none of these dudes, and it was all speaking from a real place.
Garcia, would you put Morataya in right now with Shakur in his next fight?
Well, that's the question. I'm hoping Shakur and Devin fight so I can get rich over these Haney fans out just because I'm expecting a whole lot of bets. When and if that fight happen, hey Marcus, man, we gonna get that money, man. Me and you both, bro. We gonna bet the damn internet on that one. Break the internet betting these dudes getting their money. I'm telling you, they gonna be sick as hell that night. I already know why this shit gonna be what it is. Like, but I still would like to see it, you know. But let's see what Robert said.
Fight if it came up, and how would you see that preparation go?
Now look, I want the record to reflect something, yo, real quick before he even answer this. Noticed you asked Ryan Garcia got asked about fighting Shakur. He clout chased and played, right? He clout chased and played. He didn't really want that fight, right? They asked Gary Antoine about it. He said, build it up, save the fight for last. Watch, they're going to ask Robert Garcia right now, would you put your man in there? None of these dudes answered the question like, yes, I'll do it right now. I want y'all to listen to this. Everybody, when it's time to fight him, the shit get different. Instead of an answer, you get an explanation. Now listen to this shit and tell me if I'm lying. You see it with all of them. You see it with all of them. You've seen it with Ryan. You've seen it with Conor. You get what I'm saying? You see it with all these dudes use his name. Then when it's time to fight, it's like, that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? You got 5K on dead, man. I would love to take that money. Oh my God, I swear I would. I'm going to tell you right now, nobody that's not 100% of what they used to be is beating Shakur Stevenson. Nobody. If you are a slightly changed, different fighter because you went through some shit, yeah, you're not beating Shakur Stevenson. You can get that. You can cancel that shit. Big shout out to my dog Marcus, man. Always supporting the grind in that cash app. Shout out to Marcus. Appreciate you, bro. Cut was good with it, bro. Said Robert Garcia picked Canelo over Crawford because Canelo was bigger. You see how that turned out. Facts, cut. Facts. But listen to when he get asked about putting his fighter, his world champion fighter, Raymond Muay in there with Shakur. Watch, do he say yes or no, or do he give you an explanation? Just watch this.
I think we're already, with Top Rank, we're already planning on Raymond's next fight this summer. I would do right after so before the end of the year.
My Shakur been there. I got Tank beat Shakur. Tank don't want to fight Shakur, Mag 7. We gotta stop until Tank say something. Until Tank say he actually want to fight Shakur, I think we need to stop even entertaining what he'll do to him. Because in order for him to do anything to Shakur, he gotta fight him. And he told the entire world he turning his back on the fight and he don't want to fight him. I don't know who B Triple TV. I don't know who you talking to. I just need to know. I need to know because you let me know if you need me to call you an Uber. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you need me to call you an Uber. I mean, Corey gone win, period. Devin not beating him. Nope. I hope that fight get made. I hope it's in MSG Barkley putting the bread on the line. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too, bro. We'll easily make that money, mind yours. We'll really make that money. Yup, just like he hurt Lamont Roach. Just like he gonna hurt Tank. He gonna hurt Shakur just like he hurt Lamont Roach. Yup. Just like he hurt Lamont Roach. Get that shit out of here, man. Get that shit out of here. Y'all some super fans, man. The dude told y'all he don't want to fight, and y'all still talking about what he'd do. He'd never do that shit. The fact of the matter is, let me crush all y'all super tanking maniacs. He don't want to fight. His coach don't want to fight. Nobody on his team want to fight. The PBC don't want to fight. You see what happened with Earl when he went against the Green? What you think they're going to do to Tank if he try to force their hand and make a Shakur fight? He don't want to fight him. He don't want to fight him. He told the world he turning his back on him. And every time Shakur talk about fighting, Tank start talking about his money. Now tell me I'm lying. Shakur talk about beating him in the ring and embarrassing him. Tank start talking about how much money he made. Every single time. You ask Shakur about Tank. Now he tell you don't ask him about him. But you ask Tank about Shakur, he instantly catch an attitude, get sensitive and start whining. Oh man, you from Jersey, ain't you? Shut up, super fans. Now go cry in the car and tell me I'm lying about something I say. He told the world he don't want that fight. Shut up about what he'd do. In order for him to do that, and I'm not saying he can't do it. Yes, he can, but he got to fight him first. And the last time he spoke, he don't want to fight the man, so stop talking about it.
The year?
Nah, I heard Hitchens say Tank landed his shot and the shit turned into a chess match. All that walk down shit was over with. That's what I heard. I heard that too. Y'all problem is the only way y'all see that fight being won by y'all favorite fighter, he got to get a knockout. You can't knock everybody out. And I don't give a what none of y'all say. He ain't knocking Shakur out. He not gonna give him the looks that he want. His coach don't feel that way. His team don't feel that way. The powers that be don't feel that way. If they did, they would have been made that fight. If they was as confident as y'all, they would have made it. Stop trying to force Tank conversations. Tank's chilling right now.
He has no luck.
Let Youngin do what he do. And when he get back, we're going to entertain all Tank conversations. But right now, over here, I'm not doing no Tank Davis conversation. Shout out to Tank. Hope everything work out in his favor. And I hope he come back and make all these fights that we asking him to make. Or we saying he going to make. That's it. That's all. It's a 50-50 fight. There's not a single person that you could put in front of Tank Davis that he can't knock out, in my opinion. I think he can knock anybody out that he get in front of, but you still got to do it. You still got to do it. You get what I'm saying? You got to fight the fights. You got to stop giving people wins by knockout over guys that barely lose rounds. You talking about a guy that gives up the first 3 to 4 rounds against a guy that barely lose them. Don't tell me it's not areas where both guys could be successful and win because they both talented like that. Y'all super fans. It's a 50-50 fight. Could Tank knock Shakur out? Absolutely. Is he a better boxer than Shakur? In my opinion, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Is it going to be a fight? No. It's going to be a boxing match. It's going to be a chess match, just like that 18-minute sparring round that they did. You get what I'm saying? That shit was a chess match, not no fucking fight. So y'all gotta remember who you talking about. You ain't gonna just get Williams Zepeda to try to fight Shakur. How did that work out for him? And I'm not saying Tank is Williams Zepeda, but he tried to fight him. Tank don't fight that way. Tank is a boxer that can punch your lights out. So that's going to be a boxing match, a chess match. Anytime you put Shakur Stevenson in a chess match, you got a chance to win. Anytime you put a apex predator like Tank Davis in a chess match, he got a chance to win. There will never be a fight that Gervonta Tank Davis will ever be in that he can't win. You will never hear me say that. I don't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna stand on what I heard him say. He don't want to fight. He said he turning his back. So stop all that. He gonna knock this one out. He didn't knock Lamont Roach out. In my opinion, he ain't knocking no Shakur Stevenson out. If that fight was that easy, PBC would have been trying to make it. Tank conversation. Back to what I was saying. You notice when people when people get asked about fighting Shakur, you notice when they get asked about fighting him, it's never like a yes, it's an explanation. It's a drawn out explanation. I'm about to call somebody an Uber. Where dude at so I could call him an Uber? Cause he dumb. And when you dumb, I'm just calling you an Uber from now on. Gotta be stupid. Gotta be a dummy. Where you go? Okay. I'm gonna say this once. Listen before you type, or I'm blocking you. I'm about to be on the block spree. If you think I'm comparing Tank and Zepeda, then you're an idiot. You're not listening clearly. I made a point. I made it very clear. Zepeda has a style that forces you to fight, and that didn't work out for him. Tank don't fight that way. That's the point I made. It's gonna be a boxing match. When y'all keep talking about he's a better fighter than he is boxer, it's not gonna be a fight with them two. It's gonna be a boxing match. Tank is a boxer puncher, as y'all like to say, right? He a boxer that'll knock your lights out. That's the point I was making. He don't fight like Zepeda. He don't have that style, so it's not going to be that kind of fight. That's what I'm saying. You will never hear me compare Tank and Zepeda. Fool, I just said they don't fight nothing alike. Y'all some idiots, man. Real idiots. And if you came here to argue,
Well,
you
if he
might
does
as
that,
well
then,
exit stage left.
if it's one more, then we might consider it. But the plan is to move up in weight sooner than later, because Raymond is a big boy, man. He's big. It's not easy making 135.
Fans, they weirdos.
I saw Shakur over the weekend. Brad, where do you think he falls?
The problem is, yo, these dudes come to these channels and they expect to hear, they want to hear the content creator say all of the same shit that they think. And when you don't, they want to argue about it. Not arguing about shit. I'll tell you what my opinion is, and I'm going to stand on it. Tank Davis is a top tier dog, man. That's why people bring his name up. If there's nobody in the world that he'll get in the ring with that he don't have a real chance at beating and or knocking out. But still, in all, just to anoint him or guarantee it, give him wins over guys, that's ridiculous. We got to see the fights is all I'm saying. So do we have a chance to knock out Shakur? Yeah. Can he knock out Shakur? Yes and yes. But will he? We don't know the answer to that. Y'all think the answer is yes. I think the answer is no. How do we get the answer? We see the fight. Shout out to both of them boys. Leave Tank Davis alone until you know he's coming back. Other than that, you just being a super fan by trying to force conversations about him. He'll be back. I doubted the last time we seen him was going to be March 1st against Lamont Roach. Just give him a little minute. Let him situate the legal situation. And I'm pretty sure he's going to get himself back in boxing, bro. And he'll be sure to knock somebody the hell out. Know what I mean? No, I don't know. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you clearly. I don't know how old you are, fan, but this ain't the channel to argue. I don't do no arguing. I don't argue boxing. You could come over here and state your opinion and it'll be respected. Just respect where mine's come from. I don't care if you see it the way I see it. I don't need you to see it my way. But don't come over here, oh, I disagree with that. I don't care what you disagree with. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm pretty sure you probably thought he was going to knock out Lamont Roach too, didn't you? Stop trying to force Tank Davis conversations, man. Why don't y'all go check up on that man, make sure he good or something. Stop forcing conversations to be about your favorite fighter. When he come back in the fold, we'll talk about him. Until then, not talking about him.
Ideally,
how many fights? Tank got 31, right? 31 matches, 31 boxing matches, right? Out of 31 fights, how many times did he fight in there? How many of those was fights as opposed to boxing matches? Go. You got 31 of them. Go tell me the time Tank goes out there and just fights. Go to tell me. Tell me when. Tell me what fight I should go watch where it's going to demonstrate that Tank Davis just goes out there and fight. Tell me. Tell me the fight. Tell me the fight. I'll go watch as soon as I end the live stream. Tell me the fight. What fight is it that I should go watch where it's going to show me, yeah, Tank Davis, see, he goes out. He's a fucking boxer that can knock your lights out. Put your lights out. This fighting that y'all trying to describe, I know what y'all saying, but that's not what he do. He does that in spots. Yes, but he's a boxer more than he is a fighter. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all don't know boxing, or y'all really don't know your favorite fighter because you're trying to win an argument that I ain't even trying to have. It's not a fight. That Pitbull, that was a boy, I almost cursed. Almost lost it. Pitbull Cruz Mag 7, and you a super Tank fan. How the fuck don't you know that was a boxing match? What did everybody walk away from that fight saying about Tank? Yo, we seen his bag. Yo, he boxed Pitbull. You serious? Barrios was a fucking boxing match. It wasn't a fight. He boxed Barrios. Y'all, are you really? I'm convinced you're not really a fan. You're a fan, not a supporter. It's a difference. You're a fan. You're a fan. You just listed 2 of his boxing matches. 2 of them. 2 of them. He boxed Pitbull. That's what everybody say. He boxed him with one hand. And he definitely boxed Mario Barrios. Some idiots. That wasn't no fucking fight. Y'all some man. Boy, man. Y'all crazy, man. I'm not answering no questions. Hit the super chat, hit the cash. I'm not answering no questions from you. Let's get back to what I was talking about. Aaron Tank is a payday. Literally, yo. Literally. Let me take care of you. Let me get your Uber dude with the girly name, whatever your name is. Let me get your Uber, fam. Let me get your Uber. Let me get your Uber real quick. Let me get your Uber, fam. There you go. Let me get your Uber. Anybody else want to talk crazy? All right, this bitch ass dude right here. Let me take care of him too, because I'm tired of you. You're not a real supporter. So I'm gonna just time you out into oblivion. This time we're gonna do 30 minutes. See if you could type again. Now let's get back to what I was talking about. I'm not talking to these weird ass super Tank fans. Tank is handling legal issues, I would assume. I can't wait to see him back in the actual square circle. Until then, we talking boxing, not your favorite fighter. Get the hell out of here. He boxed Rolly, bro. He boxed Rolly. He didn't fight. Oh my God, yo, you really? How long you been watching boxing, fam? He boxed Rolly. Do you remember him being on a back foot, getting thrown on the ground, and the referee warned him for holding? He was boxing Rolly. He ran Rolly into a punch, boxing. He wasn't fighting him. Y'all just ridiculous. Y'all think he's some fucking boogeyman. Tank is a boxer, bro. He more of a boxer than he's a fighter. He don't throw enough punches to be this fighter that y'all saying he is. Y'all some real idiots, man. Y'all don't know shit about boxing or your favorite fighter, bro. He boxed Rolly. That another bad example. So you telling me he fought Barrios, he fought Pitbull, and now he fought Rolly? He boxed all 3 of them. Guess who else he boxed? Ryan Garcia. He boxed him. Boxed his ass. He boxed Ryan Garcia too. All right, let me take care of it. Let me call his Uber. Boom. There you go. Shout out to my dog, man. Supporting the big. Shout out to Rich, man. Appreciate the love in the super chat. Supporting the grind. Much love. Everybody in the building. Sub to the channel. Hit the like button and support the grind. We're gonna rock out. We're gonna keep rocking. Y'all dudes just don't know shit about boxing. Whole ass Cammy, man. Go sit your ass in the back, man. Huh? Go sit your ass in the back, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep timing you out, man. Each time it's gonna get longer and longer. Y'all out here, I'm gonna start ignoring people from this point on. When I know your level of boxing knowledge ain't on par with mine, I'm not answering no questions. I'm not reading no comments. I'm just gonna block you, or I'm gonna just time you. I'm not even gonna block nobody. I'm gonna just time you out, and I'm not even gonna acknowledge what you're saying. I'm gonna just keep timing you out until you come in here with something to actually talk about. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to this. Shout out to the real ones, the day ones. Let's keep going, y'all.
We kind of
that's not what I said at all, Mag. That's what you said. See, that's the thing. That's why it's so hard to try to talk to people who super fans of Tank, because y'all put words in people's mouth. Somebody can tell you directly what they said, and you'll still repeat what you want. You never heard me say Tank never had a fight. You never heard me say nothing about Tank being too small. What you did hear me say is Tank is more of a boxer than he is a fighter. You can tell by his style if you actually watch him. The man got one of the lowest outputs in all of boxing. How many fighters do you know with that low of an output? You trying to categorize him as something that he's not. I'm confused. Then you name fights where he literally had to box people. He was uncomfortable at 140. You think he just got in there fighting? He boxed the shit out of Barrios. That's why he broke him down and stopped him. He boxed the shit out of Pitbull. He boxed Rolly and ran him into a shot and stopped him. He boxed Ryan Garcia. He was on the defensive, moving from him, boxed him, ran him into some shit and stopped him, punched his rib halfway out his back. You got to give me a better example. The fact of the matter is these fights that you're trying to say he had, they were boxing matches. Boxing matches. They're not, he don't get in there and just fight. That's not what he do. That's not his style. Tank is one of the most calculated fighters in boxing. He's one of the best at setting traps. So when you keep naming fights and where he boxed to victory, I'm not hearing that. Nah, he's not too small to be a technical fighter. What the hell? Tank is, yo, I'm convinced the more you type, the less you know Tank. Tank is one of the most technically sound fighters in the game. What do you mean? He's too small to be technical. Technical ain't got shit to do with being size. Yeah, I don't know how long you've been watching boxing, fan, but shout out to you. Let's keep going. I'm good. Hit the like button, y'all. Support the channel. Let's keep building.
I just thought of this while you were talking, Brett. The fact
Jerry,
that
you never heard me say somebody has to agree with me. The problem that your bitch ass is having, and I'm gonna talk to you just like this because you being a bitch. The problem that you having is you think I want people in the chat to agree with me when I'm talking boxing. Unless I ask you, do you agree or disagree? I can give a fuck less if you agree or disagree. I don't converse that way. When we're all discussing boxing, I speak my piece and I let other people speak their piece. Your problem is you're a fucking weirdo and you think I want you to agree with me when I don't. If you were smart, if you were a real man, and I know you not, you pussy, you would have been clicked the link and then you will understand that you're talking to a genuine person. So if you get up here and you say, yo, just do, I see it like this, X, Y, and Z. I'm going to tell you it's all good. But the moment you start forcing your opinion on me or insulting my boxing knowledge because it's different than what you think, you become a bitch and I lose all respect for you. So shut your whole ass up. You still here listening. You obviously like something about this channel or you would have got gone. You get what I'm saying? So shut your dick eating ass up and sit in the comment section and learn some shit. Rome, what's good with it, bro? I had a kid try to tell me Tank was a pressure fighter. Facts, I had that somebody say the same shit. He a pressure fighter. Like y'all clearly don't know what Tank is as a fighter. Y'all really don't. Y'all really don't know what Tank is. Nah, I ain't keyboard tough. I get up with you, Jerry. I get up with you. I get up with you. You could click the link and you could drop an address or put one in the chat. Tough guy. I get up with you. Like you talking to the right one. I really get up with you.
at Shakur,
You slow or are you dumb or retarded? Which one? Something wrong with you? Like you really keep typing it, man. You know what? That's it. Pack them up. One of the best coaches in the game and Robert Garcia. You got Chris Algieri. He do his thing. He always get fair commentary all the time. I like his commentary too. And then the Breadman add a nice little touch to it too. I like to see Breadman giving his take. I hope he do more of it because he always give an honest opinion on what he see. And look, I hope that they can make that fight between the two. It was some talk about Raymond Muay and them possibly fighting. But they might have a hometown fight already lined up for Muay Thai, maybe a title defense, voluntary, something like that to continue to grow his profile. But I think him and Shakur is a good fight now. Robert did say, even though he didn't say right now he'll put him in there like next in his next fight, he said, they'll be willing to move up to 140. He said he'll get a fight in at he'll get the fight in, defend the belt at 35, and then possibly go up to 40 if Shakur want to do that, or they'll stay down there. You get what I'm saying? So either of the two, I think the fight makes sense at either weight. It doesn't matter. I mean, Shakur got the ring belt and the WBO at 40, and Raymond Muay got the IBF down there at 35, and maybe the Ring Magazine belt will be on the line down there at 35 too. So they got options, man. It's just however they want to try to put the fight together. Whatever one make the most sense. You know what I'm saying? Whatever make the most sense. Man, I'm almost snap. But I gotta remember, man. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. There you go. Pack you up, man. Pack you up. There you go. You know what I'm saying? I'm no more. Now I'm not reading no more comments. I'm just blocking y'all. from now on. No more comments being read by trolls. I'm just blocking y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they be slow on purpose. They be slow on purpose. You did. They be slow on purpose. Everybody hit the like button that's still in the building. I got something else we're gonna get to before we get out of here. I gotta get to this interview. Shout out to 78 Sports TV. Interview Papa Schofield a couple days ago, and he had said some things about, he had mentioned Tank. He said something about, I think he mentioned 140 in Pitbull Cruz. That is something that I've been hearing some whispers about. But I think the issue with Tank and any news being consistent and solid and concrete, I think is obviously the legal issue in the situations that he's dealing with in that area, right? I think once he and yeah, I want to say this. I love you know, all love to Philly, but don't ever come over here and tell me where you from. Like that's supposed to mean something to me. You could be from Wakanda, Asgard, planet fucking Krypton. I don't care where you from. That shit don't matter to me. Like, don't ever tell me where you from if I ain't ask you. Like that's supposed to mean something to me. Yeah, man, I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm from here. My chest, I could stick my chest. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut your ass up, G. All right, man. Let me get this up though, y'all. Rockabye, baby. Yeah, I'm packing him up. Yeah, my apologies, y'all. Sometimes I'm human, yo. Sometimes I get tired of trolls. I get tired of it because I'm one of the most easiest people to talk boxing to. But people think, because you can tell who they listen to because they think boxing is about agreeing and disagreeing. It's about the conversation. It's about learning. I don't want everybody in the chat to have to agree with me to have a conversation. That's stupid. But I don't want you to try to force your opinion on me. There's never been a person that's typed in the chat that's ever changed my opinion on anything. That's why I don't agree to disagree. You never hear me say that. That shit is played out. It's corny. Just come here, talk some boxing, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I can say, man, there's no way Tank beat Shakur. And you could come in here and say, man, I don't think there's no way Shakur beats Tank. There will be no argument. The argument will happen when you try to force your opinion on me, or when my opinion is different than yours. Now you're like, oh, well, you don't know boxing. It's like typical hoe ass shit. Come over here with your ears on. Bring your ears with you. Don't just bring a tongue, man. You got two ears and one mouth for a reason, man. And you said Wakanda, watching Black Panther, for real, bro. Dudes be telling you where they from. Like, that shit ain't played out by now. That shit ain't played out, telling somebody where you from. Like, that, what is that supposed to scare somebody? You tell me where you from, and I'm supposed to be like, all right, my bad, yo. You from Philly, you from Pennsylvania. I gotta be careful how boy, I don't give a fuck where you from. I don't give a damn where you from. I'm out here to pay for your ticket. Shut up. Shut your ass up. Tank and Shakur convo is only good when Tank is active. Then it's a cool conversation. I feel like with him, with us not knowing what's going on with his next move, it kind of seemed like we forcing the conversations to be about it. Trust me, when Tank get back, we gonna have fun with the conversations about him. But I think Papa Schofield brought up Tank in this particular interview with 78 Sports TV. Shout out to 78. I hit the like button over there. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy.
78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mic.
Let's hear what
LDBC. Y'all smash the like button and hit the subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share this joint. Back in the building, special guest. Got the brother Pop Schofield, Floyd Schofield Sr. in the building. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing real good, man. You know what I'm saying? The weather breaking, starting to get nice out here, man. Well, at least in my area, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm in Wisconsin, so it's cold normally. You know what I mean? but yeah, man. So I want to touch base with you because I've been looking at the rankings and stuff.
Wisconsin. I didn't know that. Wisconsin. I've seen folks from the suburbs be hood folks ass and vice versa, right? Yeah, man. Y'all lately, bro, you know, y'all gotta remember, I'm still me. Like, I'm just dude, but it's only so much I could be just dude before I start responding to people like how I would if I was in their face. You know what I'm saying? I'm regular, but some of these people, bro, they come at the wrong time, and I don't be trying to hear it. Look out for all the pay that want to support, bro. Just don't know how. Shout out. You said you tried to join. I'm subscribed to you. I want to look out for all the pages. I just want to support, but I just don't know how. Troy, shout out to Troy. Appreciate you, fam. Hey, man, support I'll tell you right here, ways to support the channel. Stay subscribed. Turn your notifications on. Hit the like button. Comment. Drop a comment. Super chat, cash app. There's multiple ways. I'll tell you the free ways. The like button is free. You know what I mean? Subscribing is free. You can hype the live. That's free. Share the live. That's free. So it's a lot of different ways you can support. You know what I'm saying? Where you ain't got to come out of your pocket. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah, it is. It is. This is the double dose weirdos. I'm telling you, bro. But let's go. Let's go, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's see what Papa Scully had to say about this, man. Because it's been a lot of talk about them being number one in the WBA. They've been talking about being mandated or trying to get the fight with Tank mandated. I seriously doubt they ever get that fight. Truth be told, I don't think they really want that fight. I just don't think I think his father liked talking about it. I don't think they want to fight Tank. I think Tank will punch Kid Austin somewhere where he ain't trying to go. He'll send his ass to the shadow realm. I really believe that. Yeah, you athletic and you fast and all that, but you don't have the IQ and the wits to match Tank, the experience to match him, and all that athleticism, and you don't have more punching power than him and none of that. So, nah, I think Tank can stop you. And I think they know that. I think Oscar know that, and his handlers know what's up. That's not a good fight for Kid Austin right now.
And I see that,
it's not. Tank could do him.
You guys
Tank
still number one for the WBA. I haven't heard nothing about them ordering no fight with Gervonta Tank Davis or anything like that. So what's going on with that situation?
Oh, they about to. Tank is about to go to 140 and fight somebody at 140.
Okay.
So we just waiting to see how this working out. Are they stripping them? Like how this gonna function? But they working it out. We supposed to hear something next week because we go back in the ring in July. We hoping it will be with Tank. Hoping they mandate it. But as it look, Tank might be going up to 140.
See, but that's the thing. You can't hope that it's Tank because he ain't even back on the playing field yet. I don't think he back on the board all the way yet. And he's not coming back in July. Why would he come back in July off a layoff and fight y'all? Like, why would that be the fight? They're not going to do that to him. They're not going to have him do that, man. Like, that wishful thinking. I get it. I just don't believe he really want the fights that he be saying he want because we seen it with the Abdullah Mason thing. He got an opportunity and he blew it. And then turned around and tried to convince the world that it's Mason that don't want to fight him. Get what I'm saying? Shout out to Bleed.
Okay. Now, also, I've seen some other news about with the brother Gary Russell. I don't know what y'all had like a misunderstanding or something. He thinks I don't know. You tell me what's going on with Gary Russell.
Nothing that I know of.
Well,
what's going on with Gary Russell?
Gary Russell, he says that
I want that smoke.
I saw an interview that he did on Fight Hype, and I don't know if it was recent or they just uploaded today. But he
Schofield and Russell.
They were basically saying that you backtracked on wanting some smoke with him or something like that, and he said that at first he thought that he was honored that y'all mentioned his name because a lot of people don't mention his name. But he says that then you were saying something like you were saying that it was. That he really didn't want to fight. You hadn't heard nothing from him. So he took issue with that.
Oh, but that was in talking to him. Like I answered the that before. That was talking to Gervonta, who we in line to fight, or Mason, who's right across from us. Gary Russell just got in the division. He's like number 10. He's not there to fight for us to fight yet.
I'll be trying my best not to get mad at his pops, but he annoying, yo. Y'all not fighting no Abdullah Mason. Y'all had the opportunity to fight him, and you priced yourself out by asking for $2.5 million after they gave you more than a reasonable offer to fight him. You asked for more money to fight Abdullah Mason in a non-title fight than you was gonna get to fight Shakur in a title fight in Saudi. You can't make this stuff up. That's why I be saying his pops be on BS, man. I'm telling you, bro. He gonna mess it up for his son, man.
Now we didn't backtrack, but we got business now to take care of with the title first. Then we could go and fight a Gary Russell or somebody else because we want to fight him. He's a talented individual, and he got a name, so we would like to fight him.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of Abdullah Mason, it's been a lot of controversies. I just want to pick your brain about that. A lot of people are saying that what do you think of Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis back and forth? I doubt that fight happened anytime soon, but it seemed like Keyshawn go out of his way to call out Abdullah. How do you feel about that scenario, that fight?
I think that's all marketing. They do that just so that they could get exposure. It's just marketing. Um, Abdullah turned down the fight twice from us, so it is what it is.
My bro, see, this is exactly what I be talking about. He's lying, and he do it with a straight face. Abdullah Mason turned y'all down twice already. You're lying. We watched, the world watched you play sick. You got out of the fight with Shakur. You claimed poison, food poison. I don't know what kind of poison. Poison in Saudi, masseuse cream, and all that wild shit. Then they gave y'all opportunity to fight Abdullah Mason for good money. And you said 2.5 and priced yourself out of it. And there was never no talks about y'all fighting again. You turned down and blew the one and only opportunity that y'all had to fight him. And he gonna sit right here with a straight face and lie to people, bro. And that's not me being funny. He's lying, bro. What's wrong with him? Just keep it real. Abdullah Mason ain't never turned y'all down. Just like y'all wasn't beating his ass in sparring. We seen the sparring clip come out, Abdullah Mason putting hands on him. All he do is lie. Y'all got to stop doing that, man. Marketing is what you're trying to do off Abdullah Mason's name. That's why that sparring clip came out in the world, seeing that he wasn't having the success you said. You said you told him to work on defense. No, Abdullah Mason was dropping him and everything, man. He was putting hands on Kid Austin, bro. So just to clear that up, Abdullah Mason has never turned down Kid Austin twice. If he turned down Kid Austin twice, guarantee you if 7-8 would have said to him, and I know he's not going to do that because he's not there to try to jam him up, but guarantee you if 7-8 would have said, yo, who did the offers come from? He wouldn't even know. He going to turn y'all down twice. Who on what platform was y'all going to fight on? Sitting up here lying, bro. You got one offer, an opportunity to fight him, and went right into the media and priced your son out of fight, man. Now you about to lie on Abdullah Mason's name. Best thing that can happen to you is you stay far away from him because he's going to hurt Kid Austin. I'm telling you, in a bad way, too.
The first time they offered the fight, we accepted it. They didn't take it. Then we offered them another fight. They didn't take it. So, I don't know what Mason, Keyshawn.
When did he offer Mason a fight? When do they offer people fights? Do they make offers to people, or do Oscar making a fights? You see how you lie? See how you lying? He turned y'all down. Y'all sent them an offer. You're lying. You had an offer on the table to fight him in Saudi, and you blew it. Get out of here, man.
Shakur, I don't know what that side going to do. It don't seem like they want to fight. They want easy fights, but it is what it is. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Okay.
This man
so you said y'all looking to get back into the ring in July. Do y'all have a secure date? He's looking for an opponent, or can that date move?
No, the opponent all depends on the belt. It has to be either Tank, or if Tank vacate or whatever happened, then it'd probably be Lucas Body. So we don't know which one yet because it all depends on what Tank is doing. That's what's the hold up been for, like, Tank didn't fight.
Ain't nothing wrong with building his son up, but I don't think he building him up because he building it off lies. How strong is that foundation if it's built off lies and bullshit and stretched and exaggerated truths? You get me? I like Kid Austin. I like the fact that he rocking with his son and they've been very successful together as a team, right? But I don't think he do him any favors when he lied about who's turning his son down and who don't want to fight him. Like, he wants the world to believe all the most talented fighters in the world are ducking and avoiding his son, but the lesser tier guys are the only ones that's willing to fight him. It's stupid. It's smoke and mirrors with them. That's why the real Rick Ross exposed them. He said they played sick, basically. He wasn't really sick, and his dad a control freak, and he in a way, he holding his career back. And I believe he is too.
In like a year, almost like a year and a half. So our hold up has been like, 1 minute they'll strip Tank, say y'all fighting for the title, he's in recess. The next thing they take it back and give it back to him. So then we can't fight. We got to wait to see what's going on with him. So that's been the hold up of us getting in the ring. We were supposed to fight Lucas Body in April, but then they gave Tank back the belt for some reason. So that eliminated.
What I understood, the WBA never officially stripped Tank. They never officially stripped him, so I don't think they took the belt to begin with, from what I understand. That kid couldn't attend the interview because he was out buying more props for when he gets sick. Cal, you a fool, man. You a fool.
Does fighting Lucas Body and the focus back on the champ. So we'll have something soon. We'll know something soon.
All right, and also in recent news, I don't know if you don't want to talk about it, we can move on. In other news, I saw an interview and it was a clip of Rick Ross talking about I know you guys used to be with Rick, and he was talking about how uh, you know he has some harsh words, I guess you could say about.
Rick is just salty because he been kicked off the boat like 3 years ago. For he know why he got kicked off the boat. I ain't gonna bash the older gentleman. He's still an ancestor, but his issue
He
comes
called that
because I'm
man an
dating his sister.
ancestor, bro. He called this man an ancestor, bro. He said the real Rick Ross is an ancestor, like he dead or something, bro. You mean an elder? Bro called him an ancestor is crazy. That's wild. That's
So
wild.
he got family problems. He just don't like the situation, and he never gonna like it, and it's on him. So he can say whatever he want. The proof is in the pudding. Like he said, Kid Austin don't got the best training. Look what we did to Tevin, a 2-time world champion. So if he don't got the best training, look how easy that was for us. So he just talking out his ass.
Beating Tevin Farmer
Pretty
don't
much
mean you
that.
got the best training. It just means you beat Tevin Farmer. That don't mean you got the best training. He be just saying anything. Pops be saying anything. Pops be just throwing shit out there.
Okay, so it's more in-depth politics going on with that. Some behind the scenes stuff, family stuff.
Yeah, it's just a family issue. I date his sister. He don't like it. It is what it is. And it ain't even really his sister, but I ain't even gonna get into that. That's their shit. So that's just really, I could say it's jealousy because the stuff he's saying is false. Like he said, I think he said, oh, they were scared to fight. They faked their thing. Toxicology reports show Kid was poisoned. I mean, so if the fact is there, the fact is there. We never pulled out the fight. The British board pulled us out the fight.
Man been talking about toxicology reports since the incident happened. We ain't seen shit, heard shit, nothing. We just heard from him. He just keeps saying the toxicology reports. The toxicology. Yes, it showed that Kid was poisoned. It was poison. They put it in the garbage. They poisoned him. They poisoned Kid. Bro, crazy. He shot the hell out.
Fight because Kid was admitted to ICU. So I mean, the document people could chat GPT. Did the British board pull Kid from the fight? They could just chat GPT and you see.
Why the hell will we chat GPT to find out something that you could give clarity on? Why when you said if you that down bad that much that you trying to use chat GPT to make your case that what would chat GPT know about Kid Austin being sick? That's crazy, bro. The fact that you want us to go do that, I just can't believe it, bro.
See, it's lies from this gentleman. So once a person lie like that, it's hard to look at them with integrity. But that ain't the first time he done that to me. So that's why I don't fuck with him like that.
Okay. Now about the poisoning situation, because that always comes up whenever y'all come up. Somebody bringing up, oh, they be getting out of fights and they be pulling out of fights and all this type of stuff. Can you tell us what was the poison that the Kid got sick off of?
I could tell you it was deadly poison that he was almost assassinated from. But like I said, it's legal things. I got lawyers, they got lawyers, and
Dre, my God,
right now it's just we sitting still. Everybody sitting still.
Look, 7-8 asked $1 million question that we all been wanting to know. What's the poison? What's the poison? Still can't say I know the toxicology report. I know the toxicology. Shut
on
up.
the thing, but it will come out if they did. If I was lying, believe me, they would have had me in court. They'd have had defamation of character. They'd have had all this other some type of shit.
You're not saying who though. You just saying they poison them. You saying they. Nobody can sue you because you ain't never put an address on it. Saudi ain't rocking with y'all because I heard y'all was trying to blame them at first. Now they not rocking with y'all. So who? If I was lying, you are lying. You are, because first you said it was a masseuse lady that rubbed cream on him. Then you came up with the poison story. Dude been lying from the jump.
So that alone should tell y'all it can't be a lie, or why nothing happening. So it is what it is. But I couldn't give y'all that information yet because it's still in court, or it's going to court if things play out the way they're supposed to.
It's going to court if things play out the way. He don't even know if is it going to court or is it not going to court. Is it going to court or is it not going to court? You get what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Okay, with situations like that arising in the sport, because we know, listen, I don't doubt nothing, because I know boxing is corrupt, boxing is shady. It's a lot of shady characters in this sport, and they get away with it. They get away with it all the time. But I want to ask you this: what happened to Kid? Does that deter y'all from wanting to go overseas and fight?
Yeah, I would want to. I can't. Yeah, I would want to stay in the United States. I ain't even gonna front. It was a traumatic thing, but it is what it is.
He asking him that because 7-8 know without saying it that you trying to say that it happened over there in Saudi. That's why he asking you about would y'all be willing to go over there. Now you like, we like to keep it in the States. We like to keep it. I ain't gonna front. So that's why Saudi ain't rocking with y'all, because you was trying to say they was the reason that your son got sick. Know what I'm saying? And that's what you start talking about, the lawyers and all that. But can't nobody sue you for telling the truth. Like, I want to know, anybody in here, have y'all ever heard of somebody getting sued for telling the truth? Seriously, like, who gonna sue him? Yeah, Floyd Schofield was in the interview talking to 78 Sports TV. He was telling the truth. Yeah, we gotta sue him. Like, you get what I'm saying? The only reason somebody would sue you because you lying. You keep talking about defamation of character, bro. You barely putting the address on what it is that you talking about. The man asked you straight up, what was the poison, and you still can't say it. Come on, man. You could at least say what poison it was. You talking about people got lawyers. My thing is this, Howard, can somebody sue you for telling the truth? If somebody poisons your son with anything and you said that's what happened, who's going to sue you? So I don't get it. I just think this dude full of shit, bro. Yeah, he just be rambling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bad meat, massage with cream and poison. Big Dre, shout out to my homie. How you feeling, Big Drop? Dre, hit him up. What's good with it, fam? Hit that like button, y'all. Support the channel. We're going to rock out for a bit more before we get up out of here, man.
But I would like to stay in the United States. I believe one day we will be doing business with Turkey and stuff like that, putting on fights here in the United States. I believe we could put on the best fights because he got Mason, Keyshawn, and Shakur, and I got Kid. And I know Kid will be their greatest competition. So we'll do business in the future. I'm past what happened in Saudi because it was like over a year ago. And Kid survived it.
Keyshawn and Shakur, and I got Kid. Turkey got Keyshawn and Shakur, and I got Kid. Why he dragging like that? Keyshawn.
Right. Okay. Also,
the tow truck driver stole the dope. The tow truck driver got him for a couple of them things. Yeah.
What did you think of? I know this is a little bit out of your division, but what did you think of Conor Benn coming back down? He didn't make 147. Actually, he made 150 for Regis. What did you think of Conor Benn's performance?
I feel it was. I mean, he's a British fighter. I mean, he did decent. He won. I don't know about some people. They get on him about because he didn't knock Regis out. He won. A win is a win, and he made $15 million on one win. So to me, that's perfect. You did what you had to do. Now you on to another fight, probably for another 10 to 15 million.
So I don't think it's gonna be that easy though, buddy. But I guarantee you, let Keyshawn or Shakur go out there and have the kind of performance that Conor Benn had. The last thing he's gonna be talking about is how much money they made. Fact of the matter is, Conor Benn went and won that fight after having 2 fights up there at 160 with rehydration clauses. So I respect him dropping all of that weight and going down there and fighting Regis. Tough, rugged guy who never been stopped. But the performance was subpar. That's not the kind of performance you want to put out if you think that you made a statement. Like, you didn't make a statement. You just hung on and beat Regis. You out-hustled Regis Prograis. And everybody, I think, in attendance felt like you was supposed to do that. So that's what I'm saying. Conor Benn, credit and respect to you, won the fight. But you didn't look all that good doing it. You didn't look, it wasn't a good win.
He did his job. That's all that mattered. He walked out winning.
Do you think Shakur Stevenson could beat him despite the weight difference?
Shakur only got 11 knockouts.
You don't think Shakur can do it?
Shakur only got 11 knockouts.
You see? He's a fucking casual. You only got 11 dreads. You only got 11 dreads. Floyd Sr., you only got 11 dreads and all that forehead, bro. Like, you got 11 knockouts. He asked you, can he beat him? He ain't say shit about no knockouts, bro. Bro talking about knockouts. Kid Austin better knock people. He better get knockouts every fight for the rest of his career.
Yo, I think Conor gonna be on his ass. And if Shakur ain't hurting
Conor wasn't on Regis' ass for real. He wasn't. So I think Shakur embarrassed
Conor gonna keep staying on his ass. So I don't know. I just say he got 11 knockouts. Do we want that fight? Knockouts. Like, do Shakur want the Ryan fight? Do we want anybody with power like that? I heard Shakur. Isn't Shakur Mortai supposed to be in talks right now?
I heard a rumor about that. I don't know how true it is, but
so Shakur is Shakur. All I say is he got 11 knockouts. He don't want no pressure fight, no dangerous fighters.
No dangerous fighters.
Right.
See that he a casual. He think the only way to be dangerous, you got to punch hard. But Kid got knockouts, but when you step it up in competition, let's see how many of those people he knock out.
Okay, so July is the date that y'all looking for. I'm hoping that y'all get the Gervonta Davis fight. If not, just get the title, because I think that y'all gonna win that for sure. I don't know why they letting Gervonta Davis hold on to his belt. I mean, I understand he's a star, and I understand that they thinking about sanctioning fees and money. But if he ain't fighting, you ain't making no money. You know what I mean? So
exactly. I think he's been very loyal to the WBA, and they just showing their loyalty to him. But sooner or later, Tank is moving up. Tank is gonna be out of 135, and Kid and Mason gonna rule there for a little while, then get that unification hopefully, and move up to 140.
Yes, indeed. All right, so how's everything going? I know you guys last time. I think a couple of times I talked to you, said that you guys you guys signed an extension with Golden Boy, right?
No, we signed a whole new contract with Golden Boy.
Oh, a whole new contract. Okay.
Yeah, it's an amazing contract.
Now they signed a whole new contract. Yeah, I remember just not too long ago he tagged Virgil Ortiz and said they'll be leaving the company soon too. But now today he signed an amazing contract.
I can't go. Oscar take care of us. Although as family we fight, we argue sometimes. Just like any family, but he take care of us. He take care of Kid good. So I don't got no complaints. He gave us a 5-year contract, $5 million minimum, and anything over that is just icing on the cake, more money. So he took care of us.
That's what's up. All right, man. Well, brother, I ain't gonna hold you another time. It's precious, man. But I appreciate you coming by and giving us an update on Kid and what's going on, man. So I'll check back with you, and as any news drops, man. Anything you want to let the people know?
Just stay tuned in, and I set up with Kid. You and Kid could do your interview tomorrow, so you could get his feedback on everything about the same time tomorrow.
Hey, that's what's up, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
All
Have
right,
a
brother.
good one.
You too.
All right, peace.
That you heard what he said. Shout out to 7-8 for sitting there having the patience to interview him. I don't dislike Kid father, man. I know I'm probably giving him a tough time imitating the voice. I just be joking. I respect what he's doing with his son and for his son. The success that they have. Kid's not a bad fighter. I just wish that you would hear more from Kid and less from the dad. The reason why I say that is because it's more refreshing to hear from the fighter, the guy that got to take the punches. I'm tired of hearing Pops discredit the fighters that he's currently chasing to get in position to fight, right? It's kind of stupid. So I don't know. He oversells and underdelivers, and I don't really need that. We got enough of that in boxing as it is. So I don't know, man. I like Kid. I want to see what's next for him. I know they've been talked about fighting for a title for some time, but I don't know. I mean, 5 years, 5 million, like you throwing your numbers out there. That don't sound as good as what they making it sound. Oh, excuse me, y'all. That don't sound like you get me? That don't sound like the best of deals. But we'll see, man. I root for Kid Austin. I watch him, I support him. Like I said, I don't think he's a bad fighter or anything like that. It's just when people be wanting to hear from the fighter and not the father. And you be saying a lot of stuff that's questionable, and I don't think nobody be rocking with it. So that's my thoughts on it, man. But we'll see what's next for Kid Austin. Hopefully he get a fight sooner than later in this meaningful fight. Hopefully he get Lucas' body, because I know it ain't going to be no tank. So we'll see who he gets thrown in the ring with next. You know what I mean? But I doubt if it'd be one of them top names, man. But we'll see. Anything is possible, man. He said that hand must be hella slow. You stupid. Now, dude, what you mean from them bad bug bites, bro? The bad bug bites. Bad bug bites been hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? They been hell. But nah, shout out to Kid. Let's see, man. He talented. I know he work hard. So as long as he continue to do that, he'll be all right, man. But shout out to everybody, man. That's my time for today. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. We're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep filling out this restream and see how I like it, man. And we're going to keep building. Funny thing is, Kid speaks pretty well on his own. Absolutely, he do. That's why you need to let him speak a lot more. I said it before. Give me more kids speaking and less of the dad. I said that shit before, but I get it, man. Like, he got to speak for his son, and I understand it. But he needs to realize that a grown man, he taking the punches, and he can handle himself pretty well in them interviews. He really can. But again, y'all, that's my time for this one, man. Shout out to everybody pulling up on this good Thursday. This week went by kind of fast. It's Friday already. Tomorrow's the 17th, right? Got Shadeja and them fighting. We got a card tomorrow. We gonna enjoy it, man. The Sweets Terminator is back in the building, and I can't wait to see it. You get me? Shout out to everybody that rocked out with me, man. Continue to support the channel. Hit the like button, sub to the channel, hype the lives, share the lives, and we gonna keep building, man. We'll be right back at it tomorrow at 4 p.m. Big shout out to Keith Cologne, one of the best absolute prospects in the game. We just gave boxing his just due, and I'll see everybody tomorrow.